What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, fresh off the holiday weekend, getting ready to get up out of here for that vacay. So yeah, it's a weird place. It's a weird place that I'm in right now. I'm enjoying it though, but I'm like checked out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If we're gonna do one show, this is a good one to do this week.
It's a heck of a one to do.
This is good timing.
A perfect timing. You know, and I thought about actually having this show be in the morning too. Like, yo, we should just get it done. 9 a.m., knock it out, chill the rest of the day, fly out in the morning, don't trip. It's like, no, we'll just push it back to the afternoon. And for some reason, man, it worked out. So here we are, man.
I'm glad we didn't do morning either because I am probably still 80 to 90% recovered from 4th of July weekend. I think I woke up at like 11:30 today.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough, man.
The combination of lack of sleep, consistent drinking, it was bad, dude. It was bad. 4th of July, the actual day, was the worst day of all. I didn't do anything. I didn't go hang out with anyone. Yeah, because Sunday night was so bad. That was that band gig.
Oh, yeah.
And then afterwards,
did you play well?
Yeah, we actually played really well. We went out after, just drank the whole time. But what I guess I forgot at some point during the day, during the time of all these festivities, is I only had a bowl of black beans to eat the whole day.
Oh. Why black beans out of everything to have eaten in this world?
That was the best option in my cabinet, in my opinion.
So I just say some black beans, just randomly black beans, just chilling. All right, fair enough.
But that's all I ate, and I didn't realize it as the night went on. I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't feel hungry or something.
It's
I
like
have no
that
clue.
sometimes, man.
And I woke up the next day, and it was that bad that I'm probably 90% there right now.
For sure.
So I'm glad, more of the story, I'm glad we didn't do the morning.
I'm glad too then, knowing all this backstory, because I've still just been dragging because I turned up every day last weekend as well. I felt like it was only right, you know? And I said I was preparing myself for what I'm going to do to my body when I leave or vacay, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I know what that's going to look like sun up to sundown. So I was doing like a little warm up, the prequel, you know? So I definitely was feeling that. But now I'm back. I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded. It's time. It's time. So, with that being said, though, man, let's start the show the way that we always do, ladies and gentlemen, with the big boy shout-outs. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Pretty please. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, we got a couple early ones here. K-Rose Sr. says checking in from the 202.
Let's get it.
New Drews. Nay Drews. I don't know what he's saying here. He says, I don't know what his username is.
Oh, any Drews?
Maybe.
The cat from the Bahamas, right? Is it Bahamas cat?
That might be.
Yeah, I think that's one from the Bahamas, if I remember correctly.
Checking in from the 242.
Yeah, I want to say he's Bahamas.
And he's got a flag there, and it's not the American flag. It might be the Bahamas flag.
Yeah, I think it's Bahamas.
So you might be right.
If I remember correctly, I think it is. Hope so. I could be wrong, though, but I think I'm correct.
AJ Martinez, 505 Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hopefully your test went well last week.
Oh, yes, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Or what was it, a paper? I can't remember.
No, he had just turned in his final paper, and he was going to be a psychologist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that, a psychologist, yeah.
Rod Dulles, can't forget him. 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Share line, baby.
Let's get it.
Dude, did you update something here with
Bro, are you seeing
chat?
it too, right? It's looking different. Am I tripping?
I'm liking the stars.
I do too. I didn't
circle
touch
logos.
anything, bro. Listen, you think I've been doing anything work related these past couple days, man? I haven't done anything. This is the first time I've done anything that is you can qualify as work outside of the radio I did this morning. This is it, man. I haven't looked at this. No, I don't know what's going on here. It looks cool though. I'm getting stimulated by I'm like visually stimulated by looking at the different color combinations and stuff. Like it is nice. Yeah, I like the details too, man.
I am Pat Fryermuth. 336 NC baby says hashtag Zach Moss to Pittsburgh.
Whoa, what's going on with Zach? Man, that's my Buffalo cat.
Just the name that's being brought up.
Okay.
It might be one of those blog sites or something saying the perfect match for Pittsburgh, the perfect trade target for Pittsburgh.
I've seen
Zach Moss.
I've started seeing a couple more.
Well, we talked about Justin Jackson, right?
Yeah. When you told me about how this is the source, and he's like, yo, that's no different than if I just came in here. It was like, I think this guy should be linked to him. I started to see more of that. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, there's no connection right here. There's nothing at all. But you Google it, it's like, oh yeah, they're linked now. Yeah, nonsense, man.
Nick Y. 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'll say two more.
Aye.
Michael Tiger, 610 Philly. He says playing a little Madden.
Let's get it. All right.
Gavin Schneider, Toms River, New Jersey.
Let's go.
732. How you doing?
All right. I got a couple on my side. Then after that, we get to these supers and start this show off, man, because we got a lot that's been talking or that we need to talk about. But Litzberg, 7, Ep.323, Dub V, Hell 2, West Virginia. Deke.
Is that Litzberg?
Yes, he says, Deke, you going to Pitt versus West Virginia?
Yeah, I was planning on. I thought we were all going, right?
You're going, right? I'm pulling up. It's a Thursday too, so I could definitely be there on a Thursday.
No, I think it's Saturday night.
It's Saturday? Are you sure?
If I had to bet money.
Pull it up. I think it's a Thursday, bro.
If I had to bet money.
I hope you're right.
What's the consequences?
I would say eyebrow, but I can't do that. I'm going on vacation. I can't be missing an eyebrow.
All right, we don't need to make any bets. Yeah, you're going on vacation.
You know what I'm saying?
Low-key vibes. Though? September 1st, 7 o'clock.
Am I correct, though?
So I don't know.
Am I correct,
September
though?
1st is.
Am I correct, though? Don't tell me this makes me a bigger fan than you. If I'm correct, I'm a bigger fan than you.
Oh, wow. It is a Thursday night.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now I feel like I got to be like, take me home to the place.
You know what's really bad about that, dude? You know why I really thought it was a Saturday?
What?
Is because I told my band I couldn't play that weekend.
Oh, my God. You're probably not going to be able to play that weekend anyways because you're going to be recovering from everything that's going to take place on that night. Good or bad. I can feel like that's going to be one of them nights.
I really feel bad now.
Yeah. That's pretty funny, man.
But we have something scheduled, I think, the weekend before, so it ain't that deep.
And see, the only reason why I knew it was a Thursday was because I called a JMU game at the beginning of the season, and I was worried about missing this backyard brawl because I was going to be doing the commentating. And when I saw it was Thursday, I was like, oh, we're good.
Wow.
So, yes, man.
I was really wrong on that. That's a bad look.
I'm a bigger fan then, bro. That makes me a bigger fan.
That's a real bad look for me.
Fake fan. It's cool, bro. It's all right. I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I have no excuse, really. It's even worse. I told my band I can't play that weekend.
He said the band he can't play. He looked me in my eye and said, no, man, I'm pretty sure it's Saturday night. Like, yeah, I don't think it's Saturday. It doesn't feel like a Saturday to me, man. But all right, we're good, man.
That's terrible.
It happens to the best of us, man.
Okay. Are we on Super Chats?
Yeah, I'm going to end it with Wendy Johnson because she pulling up from the LBC, Long Beach, California, the 562 in the house. Shout out to the West Side. Major love. All righty. So, yes, let's go ahead and get these supers rolling. And, yeah.
Cal Monier. I just love seeing the truth being repeated.
Oh, my God.
What up, fellas? I missed 7. GOAT. Hashtag sabotage. Hashtag trade Mason.
Wow. Well, we missed 7 as well. Trade Mason. I can understand that. And, actually, we're going to talk about him in a little bit, too. Sabotage. All right.
Oh, you're on board.
I don't know if I'm on board with the sabotage shit. I just.
Oh, dude, you see him at these golf courses, these little tournaments he's playing. Mm-hmm. One, representing America. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's just what leaders do.
Yeah.
So he goes from being a leader of the Steelers in Pittsburgh to now being a leader of America.
Oh, okay.
And representing us on the golf course. And he's hitting good shots, making putts, all that, winning matches.
Oh, yes.
But also, I think the off-season trend continues. Looks like he's in the best shape of his life.
Oh, is that right? The best shape?
Does.
He's always in the best shape of his life.
I think he's ready to play.
It's always the best shape of his life. I'm just, I'm with it, man. But remember, he can play anywhere he would like to play in the NFL right now.
Too loyal.
I was just to say, like,
something that's missing from this new generation.
There is nothing keeping him from being able to play in the NFL right now. He could technically sign with whoever, whenever, for how much he would like to, if he truly has, that desire. That's all.
Yeah, but that's one thing. But also, there's something to I just want to play for this team. Like you heard with Klay Thompson and Steve Kerr. Klay Thompson, I'm not playing for any other coach.
I'm sure.
Jordan said that too, but eventually he did play for the Wizards.
I'm sure if Ben Roethlisberger said to the organization, I will come back and play for the vet minimum just because I have this desire to prove that I still have it. I'm sure that they can make accommodations. And for him, it would still be over $1 million. He would still be getting some M's, just throwing it out there. It wouldn't be like 100,000, none of that. He going to get some M's, just how long he played. So if that was truly his desire, they could make the numbers work. And then it would just be, can he beat out Kenny Pickett, Mr. Trubisky, Mason Rudolph and Chris Oladukin, which I would think he could be able to do. I think he should be able to do that. I don't know, though. Could be wrong. But yes.
Would that make the offseason even more electric?
It would make it insane. Yes. Insane. Omar Khan would be goated instantly for that. Yes.
Be able to talk Ben back into
no question.
Coming back instantly for just like status. $1 million.
Instantly GOAT status. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. I mean, do you think that could have been a serious conversation before us drafting Pickett and also us signing Trubisky?
I'm sure the financials played a role into it, but at the same time, I think it was getting to the point where and we talked about this last offseason when we were saying that, hey, man, Ben has to take X amount to make it work with this cap hit. And we said, man, there's certain numbers that you would ask him to go down to, but there's other numbers where it's like that's disrespectful now. So it would be a similar conversation if that was the case of, hey, man, we can't bring you back at this number. The way you're playing, we're going to need more around you. This has to come down. One scenario could be that he simply just did not want to do that. He valued himself better than that. The other scenario could simply be that them saying that, hey, look, man, we know that this is the number you're willing to go down to, and it's not a crazy number, but for us, we got to start going in a different direction. We got to start transitioning and just ripping the Band-Aid off, so to speak. And that could be the other way. And that's kind of how I looked at it. And that's why, like, when I hear some of the stuff that Ben has said about, oh, man, you know, I would, but they didn't want me back.
They don't want me back.
It just seems more like, man, we needed to just rip the Band-Aid off. Yes, could you have done this for another 2 years? You probably could have. But for what we're trying to do, what we're going to be trying to get accomplished while we're still having a young TJ Watt, we still got a young Minkah Fitzpatrick, a young Najee, we need to go ahead and get younger at that position right now. And that was, you know, like I said, that's kind of how I viewed it.
All I'm saying, don't take franchise quarterbacks for granted.
I would agree with you on that. You know, I'm the preacher of all preachers when it comes to that. I'm the guy, hey, man.
It's good in theory.
When it comes to franchise quarterbacks, everything comes in question. Hey, man, how loyal is your loyalty? How moral is your morals? Where are your values valued at? You know what I mean? It's quarterback. We know how that goes. It's just, you know, what it is. But anywho, let's continue.
Mr. Lamborghini Leglaw, currently roasting and toasting in the 559 Woodlake, California. Big block.
Listen, I love that. Love it. And that is actually my theme on my little, you know, when I'm using my medicinals.
Roast and toast.
Roast and toast, yes. Yes, I love it. Little roast and toast, and I got little Bob Marley. He come up with me every time. I just feel like it's only right, you know? It just gets me in the place where I need to be mentally. It sets the mood for me. It's like, yo, me and Bob, we getting it together.
Fish momentum. What's good, guys? Happy hump day.
What it do? Yes, this is big hump day today, man, because, yeah. Last one for what, the week? Next week? Until what, next Friday?
What's your call?
Yeah, we're going to find out, man. This is last one for a little while, man. Let's set that stage real quick. Okay, ladies.
Because then we got training. We're really gearing up. We're basically going to be in full season mode after you get back from vacation.
Essentially,
pretty much.
Yeah. So just to update everybody once again at the front end of the show. Yes, going on vacation. I leave tomorrow, actually. So we won't be having any more live shows from at least now until next, I think Friday will be when we'll have our next live show. All right. But, yeah. Just know, and if it's not on that Friday, it'll be happening very soon after that because training camp and everything will be getting started. And after that is, all systems go full steam ahead. And yeah, a lot of fun. So yes, just update that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll make sure I post something in the community page as well because I'm sure people are going to be saying, yo, where are y'all at? We're missing it. All right. Just think back on all the older shows. Watch some of the old videos. All right. Plenty of those. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, evergreen. Someone's evergreen.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, my takes will stand the test of time.
Come on, man. Absolutely. Yeah, and if not, just go back and watch the challenges. Yeah.
Challenges?
Yeah.
What challenges?
When you push the car.
That's way back.
Yeah, go OG. Get like a history. Because think about how many
history
people.
Lesson.
Like, is no way the people that have jumped on this offseason or even last season know about some of that OG content.
True.
Like, we're going to reference you losing an eyebrow. And I'm sure people are not even going to know what we're talking about. And it's like, yo, this was legit happening. This happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That was the season.
That was the Mason and Duck season.
Well, no, that
was after that. Excuse me.
That, I don't know if we did any bets. That was between us early on.
That was the
season,
car, though. Wasn't that the car?
Yes, that was the car.
And then the hot sauce drinking.
Yeah, that was all early on.
Yeah.
But then the following seasons when we went 11-0, I had that big-ass beard.
Yeah.
And then I shaved it after we lost to Washington to a stash as a joke.
Yeah.
But then I actually liked the stash
and you kept
went back to it.
Yeah.
But then that was that Bengals game.
And then Coochie Man called you up.
Yep. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, he called me out. He
Game
said,
changer, man.
Hey, man, if you Steelers lose to the Bengals on Monday night, you got to shave that stash and an eyebrow.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, of course, because we're obviously going to win.
Yep.
The Bengals were really bad. This is before Joe Burrow. No, was it? Did they have Joe Burrow?
No, they did not. It was...
They did, but he got hurt.
He was hurt. Yeah, I was saying it was Finley playing in that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because that was why we was like, yo, there's no way we're going to lose.
And that was Juju with the TikToks, him getting blasted, man, fumbling the ball.
Get smashed. Yeah.
It was a really bad game.
Yeah. And that was a bad time for us as Steelers fans, too. We had a little window where it got real rocky. Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah, we got real rocky. Because it was Bills, Bengals, and it was another one, like all back to back to back. And we're just like, bruh, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think it was Washington, too.
Yeah,
was that 3 in a row?
That's what stopped us from being 11-0, and then we just went on this decline.
But then we had that Colts game, the comeback in the fourth.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
And then Mason showed out against the Browns, and then we got smoked against the Browns in the wild card. Not smoked. We gave it to them.
We got smoked. Yes, we did.
I'll just say we gave it to them.
Yeah.
Official momentum. Baker with the Panthers. Hashtag Steelers beatdown. December 18th.
Oh, yeah, we do play them this year, man.
We do.
That does make this a lot more interesting. And, yes, we are definitely going to get to that in a hurry.
Also says, praying for you guys and the whole Steelers fam.
Oh, man. Likewise.
I like that he's praying for just the Steelers fam and no other
prayers?
NFL teams.
Oh, man, you got to stop this. We're going to pray for Buffalo, too, while we at it. Just, just throwing it out there.
Right. What are we praying for with that?
Success, prosperity, fortune.
Maybe I'll just say, for me at least, that they could just stay in Buffalo because there was those rumors they were going to leave, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know about the whole success stuff. There we go. Just stay up in Buffalo. That's good.
And you know what? We'll throw a little far long distance blessings to Arizona as well because they did they contributed to the pot in a way. So yes, they can just stay a team. There.
That's good too. Yeah.
There we go. Just stay a team.
Fish Momentum says someone says RG3 is trying to come back. Hashtag Steelers ?
Hey, now Maurice Mo, are you in our plan? How'd you know, man? You all up in the you know what I'm saying? He must have been in the production meeting, bro. He knows what's going on today. Yeah, we talking that too. We're gonna get to him too. Absolutely.
AJ Martinez says we rolling. Thanks for asking, guys.
Gotta be. Let's go.
Fish Momentum, back to back here. He says, got better stories for y'all. Hashtag be prepared. Hashtag my stories.
Okay.
Also says, Moats, I look nothing like the quarterback, Chris Oladokin.
I swear he does, man. I feel like he did, man. Maybe it was that angle. Could have been me research, but I felt like he did in the face. I was like, yo, he looked just like you, man. Y'all like right there. I'm telling you, man.
Also says, hey, when y'all going to be live in the city again?
We got some plans. We got some stuff. We got some work.
At least not for another week or so.
Yes, this is true because I will definitely be gone. Yes, there will be no shows next week.
AJ Martinez says, my apologies for the ridiculous last Friday. I was trash. All my super chats were from my alter ego.
It's all good. We don't judge the ego or the alter ego. For every Spider-Man, you need a Venom. For every Venom, you need a Carnage. Okay? For every Batman, you need a Joker. So I'm all for your alter ego. It was cool. It was a little spicy. It was definitely a little spicy. We were just glad that you were okay. We know, you know what I'm saying? Like, initially.
It just didn't sound like you.
Yeah, we was like, yo, this is very out of character with the content, But shout out to all of your previous histories. Yes, we'll leave it at that.
Fish Momentum says, Ben went hard on the golf course. Let's go golf.
No, he definitely did, bro. Definitely did. I was just out there golfing with my little man the other day, too, man.
Where'd you play?
It was at Hickory Heights.
Nice.
Yeah, we went with a little, day after Thanksgiving. I said day after Thanksgiving. Day after 4th of July situation. It was good, though. Didn't hit him as well there, but I putted a lot better. It was the weirdest thing, bro.
That's golf, though.
Weirdest thing. Yeah.
You just got to stay steady.
That's what it is.
Stay with it. Just understand you're going to have the ups and the downs.
Bro, because, literally, it was the opposite the last time. Last time I was literally killing it everywhere else and was trash on the greens. I mean, trash on the putting green. Whereas this time, literally, it was putting fine. Like, my motion, everything. Yeah, it's craziness. But we shall see. Keep it going.
Andrew Shamery, can we get 7 on the show?
Let's go.
Deke can ask him about the sabotage season.
He probably would confess to it.
We need to know the truth.
He probably would confess to it.
Hashtag sabotage. Hashtag bend the goat.
Let's go. Let's go.
You think he would?
I don't think he would.
How would we have to phrase it?
All right. So, Ben, we were looking at some of the planning that went into place last year, and how included were you in these? Oh, man, I think I was pretty included. Okay. Like, did you agree with everything that was being placed in front of you. You know,
what do you think
your
of the KG draft pick?
You know what I mean? The Kendrick Green move. Did you like the jet sweep and the bubble sweep and the bubble screen and the 5-yard and then passes consistently? Was that what you were agreeing to 100%? And if he says no, then that's his way of saying he was sabotaged.
And then we can also say, you still feel like you got some left in the tank.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel like you could have led the team the following year, maybe for the next 2 years.
When people ask what's left, does your candle still light up a little bit? You still got that burn in you?
What was your reaction to the Steelers signing James Daniels, Mason Cole, picking up some young stud receivers, building that defense up? What was your reaction to all that?
Did it make you perk up a little bit? Did you feel as if you wanted to go train again and you were in the best shape of your life? Because that is a thing that I'm noticing now with these quarterbacks. We're going to talk about RG3 a little bit later, but a couple of these other guys that have stepped away, they're like, I work out, best shape of my life, I'm ready to roll. So I'm just, maybe that could be his thing. He just wanted to take the offseason off. And now he gets to come back. Maybe that's the case.
Fisher Momentum says, bring back Ben. Bring back Ben. Hashtag sabotage. Lamborghini Leglock says, Moats, that shirt is fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, I greatly appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Have a little fun with it, right?
What's it say? Ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds.
You don't make mistakes.
You a Bob Ross guy?
I like his aura. He seems like a person that, if I'm researching and I'm, in a mode.
Oh, you're talking about his videos or just look at his paintings?
His videos, yeah.
Watch his videos.
I think we could be homies, man.
I've actually never seen his videos.
Serious. The only reason I know a lot about his videos is because when we had Ross Cockrell, with the Steelers, we would do different like one-off content type videos. So one time I was doing a video and he was having to record one like right next to me, and his was on the whole Bob Ross thing. So he has the afro, he's doing the painting and stuff, and I'm just like, yo, what is this? But because he was so just like dry, and they're like, no, that's not supposed to be, it made me want to go look and see the actual thing, and I was like, oh, he was spot on, so now I loved it.
I know about his reputation. I've just never really seen the videos.
No. Maybe
I need to get into him. You're saying that's a vibe? Smoke?
Yeah, research. Smoke just sounds so aggressive.
Okay, research and watch those videos, really?
And then,
how long are they?
I don't watch them that long. But then again, when you researching, 5 minutes could be like 30 minutes. It's kind of like a time warp. But I've lost myself in a black hole before. I'm just going to throw it out there. I sat on the chair, and it was 2 o'clock. And I thought I was only in that chair for 5 minutes. Turned out it was 7 o'clock, and I was like, wait a minute, how did this happen? That's for real, bro. So you gotta be careful, man.
Fish Momentum. Ambition Live shows. The Meadows at 7-8. Baja Bar and Grill 7-9. Rivers Casino 7-29.
Let's go.
Baja Grill again 8-12.
Yo, he on tour.
Craft House 8-26.
Let's go.
Rivers 8-30.
Let's go.
Crazy Melodies 2 coming soon.
Talk your talk. Y'all got the show dates. Y'all got the tour schedule. Hey, Mary, you should do something. You ain't doing that next week. You just pull up. Oh, that's this week. Never mind. That's the 9th. Yeah, 8th and the 9th.
I don't know. Maybe one of these days.
Get your White Claw in your system.
Maybe one of these days. You can keep posting the schedules. I'll keep my eye out. I'm not going to make any promises that I'm going to be at any of them.
At least it keeps us in the conversation. We at least know that we're still invited. I don't like when people say, yo, it's an open invitation, but then they never say it to you again that you're invited. You're like, bro, I thought, can you at least tell me? So at least now we know it's an invitation that's consistent. I do like that.
True. Also says Deke is on a hot streak. Hashtag Hail to Pit. Hashtag Twitch. I am.
Want another one? Let's go.
8-0 right now. Big matchup tonight. Against Clemson.
Oh, this is what you was talking about. Yeah.
This is a user versus user game too. Mm-hmm. The guy that has Clemson, he's 8-0 as well. And his team's kind of stacked.
We ain't worried about that.
His team's kind of stacked.
We ain't worried about
that. You're right.
We ain't worried about that at all.
That's why they say,
now, do you
play the game on the field.
Do you drink White Claws while you play?
On occasion. I won't tonight.
No. Oh, you gotta be focused.
Yeah, sometimes it helps, though. I think it loosens you up a little bit, but I'm still just getting over this weekend. I have no desire to drink anything.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be opposed to cracking a claw or two open, maybe even like a Michelob Ultra.
Okay.
Definitely not opposed, but just not for this particular day. Maybe if I meet him again in the ACC Championship, because that's possible. We're in separate sides of the ACC. So even if I lose this game,
it's still not going to kill you then.
It's not going to kill me. It might hurt my chances for the Natty, though.
Yeah.
But now, if I lose and then win in the ACC championship,
do y'all got college football playoffs still or no?
This is
'cause
14.
It's the OG one, right?
Yeah. This is based off the BCS.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Top 2 teams get it.
Yep. Enjoy.
So it's up in the air.
Yeah, you better win.
I know. Yeah. But I don't know. It's this back and forth thing of like, I could win this one, but I still got to win the ACC championship one. Whereas, like, I feel like if I lose this one, I have a better chance of winning the ACC championship and getting in the Natty, as opposed to me winning out and then losing in the because then they might bump me down to like 3 or 4, and then I don't have a way to get back. Whereas at least I lose this one, I'm still high enough in the rankings. I'm probably still going to be around like 7 or 8.
Well, in short, win the ACC. BCS though, if you blow a couple teams out, or if anything like that happens, that also helps you too. So
you know what else helps is I probably have one of the toughest schedules in the league. Like I still have a top 10 Miami game that I got to play. North Carolina is ranked in like the top 15 with like Sam Howell. So I still got those 2 games too.
Yeah, you straight. You can be good.
One game at a time. I'm getting too far ahead of myself.
Nah, bump that, man. Start the confetti. Let's roll.
Worked on a custom playbook today too. Bringing in some new wrinkles because you got to think, I'm live streaming all my games. So he's got a scouting report on me. I got to mix it up a little bit.
Fair enough.
I got some new formations.
That's actually, I didn't even think of that part. Yeah, they do got a little scout report. Plenty of game film. And they know your personality traits too if they watch enough of it. Yeah, he's aggressive. He's going to go for it all the time. He likes to take shots deep. Don't play cover 2 against this man.
Fish Momentum says, is it because I called you Glenn from The Office? I think that's why. He was asking why you brought up Chris Oladokun.
No, because I saw him. He was, whatever day that was, he was on Steelers.com. And as soon as I opened it up, his face was just like, boom, right on the thing. And I was like, oh. It's like, yo, is this Fish Momentum? And then I was like, oh, no, this is Chris. And I was like, ah. So then it made me think about it. And then we came in here and recorded literally like a couple hours later that day. I was like, oh, that's what you look like.
Official Momentum is always bringing himself up in the quarterback talk.
Exactly.
Like he should be the 4th stringer or something.
See? So I'm like, it could be a 1v1 right there, man.
Yeah.
Little head-to-head action.
AJ Martinez says, Rosie is just Rosie, not Angel Rosie. XXX.
Whoa.
That was the funniest ever. She was my love angel.
I'm confused.
This was based off one of his comments from last week.
You're right.
I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, because it didn't say XXX though on it.
I think you might have brought it up. I asked,
did it say, because it was like something angel, and and we was like, yo, what type of angel is that? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, that is, I mean, we weren't going, dude, we won't judge it either way. Like I said, you're good, man. But salute. I'm glad that, she was your love angel. Yeah.
AJ Martinez also again says, we want 7.
Let's go.
Goes again, says, Deke the Claws strong enough for a buzz. I like Cabo Wabo something.
Tequila.
Oh, there you
go to the Cabo Wabo down in Mexico, man. Cabo San Lucas. Tequila. Oh, man. That's like just a pleasant drink. Pleasant drink. I might have I'll see what that tastes like. Never had one abroad, right?
Oh, yeah. It might be a little better.
I don't know, right?
Oh, man. What? El Presidente. Do you ever... They have a beer. I don't know if it's... Where are you going again?
Caymans.
Where's that
at? Caribbean.
Okay, yeah. It might be out there. El Presidente.
El Presidente. All right, I'll look for it.
It's a beer.
It's
just like a Bud Light.
I'll ask for it.
It's a beer you can't get here.
Let me get that El Presidente. It's
a good beer. It's a good beer. All right. That was AJ Martinez. Fish Momentum. Right. Last one, it looks like. Says, next call, I'll give you the Art Rooney Sr. story.
Okay. All right. I'm down for that then. That could work. So, with that being said, let's get this first topic, baby. Because like I said, we got a show that we got to get rolling. Baker Mayfield officially traded to the Carolina Panthers for a 2024, essentially is a 5th round pick from what I've seen. And the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers are going to play Dutch on said contract for Baker and split it. I'm not sure if it's down the middle, but some form or fashion there, the Cleveland Browns will be taking on a portion of his contract.
You want to hear it?
So talk about it.
Panthers will pay $4.85 million.
Okay.
Browns will pay $10.5 million. And I don't know how this is going to work out, and if this goes against an NFLPA type of thing.
I'm listening to the numbers you just said.
Right.
Like, hold on, bro.
It says Mayfield is just taking a pay cut. Mayfield agreed to convert the remainder of his $18.8 million into incentives. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay, I was like, where'd them $4 million go, man? Like, we short.
That's what it is. Because where I was reading this elsewhere, they were saying that he was just gonna forego the rest of the money. But if it's converted into incentives,
that makes okay.
Because I'm like, there's no way the union would be cool with that.
Not at
just
all.
Forfeiting a couple
why
million.
Would Baker be cool with that? Like, I'm just, hey man, don't worry about them $4 million. Just throw them away. Like, nah, not at all, man.
But those are the numbers. Browns will still pay $10.5 million.
How you feel about it, man?
The numbers, trade overall, because they traded a 5th-round pick, could go up to a 4th depending on how much Mayfield's playing.
That's the conditional part of it, yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
from outside of all the on-field stuff or the numbers, a little sad. Because I actually feel like Baker and the Browns were meant for each other.
It did feel right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you.
It's a little sad. It's a little sad. Right. Kind of wanted the dumpster fire to continue one way or another. Even with them bringing in Deshaun Watson. It would have been great if somehow Baker Mayfield was still on their roster throughout this training camp, throughout this offseason, all the questions surrounding it.
Think about this. Even when they were successful in the Baker, it still felt weird. It still felt like, this is like love.
Oh, because we smoked them all the time.
Absolutely.
Too.
So it was like a weird dynamic. But, yeah, I'm with you, man. It felt right. It felt like he belonged there, man.
Yeah, because you see Baker in the Panthers jersey with all these jersey swaps that are popping out right now. It doesn't look right. Baker looks right in the Browns jersey.
Yes.
Even outside of his personality, how it fits with the Browns, all the dysfunction.
Yes.
How he's always chirping at the media, causing a stir. That worked, but also he just looked like a Brown.
He looked like a Brown. Looked like a Brown.
So I'm a little bummed out with that, but with the trade, Panthers are a mess.
Bro, they got overkill at the quarterback. Like, listen, how you got Sam Darnold, who you already took his contract on. You drafted Matt Corral as well. And now you bring in Baker. You're paying Baker what they said, 4? Like, jeez. It's just that. What is the direction that they're trying to go right there? Because Baker's on an expiring contract. This is final year of that deal.
Same with
Sam
Darnold.
Same concept. So I'm like, who are you trying to evaluate? Who are you giving this opportunity to? Is this a legit competition where you're going to be fine with Sam Darnold sitting with as much money as you guaranteed him by picking up that 5th-year option? I just don't think that works for him, man.
I think with the Panthers, really doesn't hurt them at all, though. They're only going to be paying almost $5 million to Baker. And as you just said, it's an expiring, so they're not committed to him long-term or anything.
It's just craziness, man.
I guess it's just a tryout between two really high first-round picks. And Matt Rule, this could be his last-ditch effort to try to keep his job. If he could resurrect either one of them for this season and get them to like 8-8.
Or if he can use Matt Corral.
Yeah, whatever it is. I think this is just more of a last-ditch effort for Matt Rule, and I don't really blame him for it. I got to assume, though, if you're trading for Baker, he's starting for you.
You think so?
I think he should. I think he's better than Darnold.
I think he's better than Darnold, but it's a lot of money that's going to Darnold.
That's true, too. But could you see a scenario where they just cut Darnold and don't really care as much about the money? Care a little bit more about roster chemistry?
I don't think, man, that's a lot of money. That's kind of how when we let AB walk, when we cut AB and we were on the hook for the $20 million afterwards. Like, see what his hit is.
Well, I guess here's my question.
See how much his hit is, though. Let's do that.
Sure. Well, here's my other question then. Is someone trading for Darnold?
Nah.
So
you think about how hard it was to trade for Baker. Yeah. And we both would think, I think this is a clear, like, Baker has been a better quarterback than Darnold. I feel like we're all on the same page with that thought process. But yeah,
his dead cap's $18 million. $18 million cap hit as well. So, if you cut him. But, I mean, if Baker wins out, he's just your backup anyway. Right. But I guess that's
do you feel
more valuable. I don't know, though. I mean, do you want a guy like Darnold who probably views himself in the same light as Baker as your backup, or would you rather just have the younger guy there where there might not be any dissension? Could be a similar scenario with us with Mitch and like Mason, right? Like if Mitch wins it out, I don't know if we want Mason necessarily around.
As backup, yeah.
That's why I think you can cut Darnold even if you're going to be taking on that dead cap.
I just think this is such a weird situation, man. Like, I feel like Baker should win the job down there, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he should. I don't think that Matt Corral's going to do anything that's going to be better than what Baker is right now.
I thought he was going to. I thought he had a good chance to beat out Darnold. But now that you got Baker, I think this is a little bit different story.
Yeah. I like the fit, though, low key. In terms of Matt Rule, I think that he could do some stuff down there. And you got the running game in terms of Christian McCaffrey. The receiver room was going to be interesting, though. Because remember, I think it was Robbie Anderson. He was the one that was very vocal about not wanting my man Baker down there. You remember when that happened, right? That was right around draft time. Oh, Baker could go to the Panthers. I remember we tweeted out. I was like,
did he?
No.
He said, hell no.
Hell no, something like that, right? Yeah.
Hold on. Robbie Anderson's old tweet about not wanting Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that was
it's so awkward now. Let me see this. Yeah, he just said no with like
all
5 no's.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
But he was like real like, nah, you don't want that dude. So that was the part where I'm like, Robbie's a good player, but that's gonna be kind of awkward.
Yeah,
and you know Baker, and you know Baker is not one. You see Baker energy, man. Baker over that thing. Hey, Robbie, you ain't getting the ball at all. You my new Odell. How about that? No.
There's no way.
Nah, he better not, bro.
There's no way. I think for both those players, like Anderson, he needs to bounce back this year.
Yeah.
And then with Baker, obviously, he really needs to bounce back. So
but no, they're gonna be all right.
Don't make it work out.
I mean,
you're not gonna let that little Instagram comment be the thing that is a wedge between you guys both trying to have success and reclamating your careers. Baker a little bit more than Anderson, but I don't know. I think Anderson's been kind of overrated through most of his career.
Still a 1,000-yard receiver though.
No, he's good.
Yeah,
like he's fine.
He's
He's fine. I'm just saying, if he could get another 1,000 yards, or if he could string together some consecutive seasons that are pretty good, that'd be good for his reputation. But I'm with you in terms of I think it's an interesting scenario for Baker and some of the individual players, like someone like Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for the team because I don't see them going above 500, but could you see a world where Baker could throw 30 touchdowns down there in the Matt Rule system, having Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, to at least where he could extend his NFL career as a starter? Someone would be interested in him next offseason.
Me personally, I say yes. That's why I was saying that I think this is actually a good move for Baker in terms of the fit. I think offensively,
I think Seattle would have been better, but this works.
See, I don't agree with the Seattle thing because to me, I think that Seattle's still going to be built more on running the ball and playing defense, whereas this is going to be a system where you're going to have young, athletic receivers, playmakers, right? You're going to have a new toy, but a guy that is very similar in the sense of, hey, when you had Nick Chubb, you could turn around and give it to him. You knew you were going to be fine. Well, now you're going to be able to do it, but multifaceted. You can hand it off or just dumping it to him out the backfield. You're going to get that option, that luxury as well. So I think the biggest thing that Baker's going to have to come to grips with, though, is the O-line is going to be drastically different for him. Cleveland, when they were healthy, he was going to have time. He was going to be protected. Carolina, that has not been the case. Now, they're trying to revamp it and stuff like that, but I think that's going to be a little challenge for him. But also, when you're just talking about the difference of divisions as well, NFC South, I mean, it's good. We're not going to get it twisted here, but I just think it's going to be a different style of football that he's going to be facing down there compared to what he's accustomed to in the AFC North.
Okay, so you're saying easier.
Yes. Not easy in the sense of like, oh, it's super easy, but it's different.
Different brand of football.
They play
it might be better for his stats.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it will be better for his stats because you're not facing a Baltimore twice a year. You're not facing a Pittsburgh twice a year. Bro, those defenses kill you. Like, literally kill you. And then Cincinnati, they've gotten good. So it's like, it's just a different vibe, a different element. Whereas I think for him and the NFC South, it's just, like I said, it's a different style of football they play. It's still going to be good ball, but it's different.
Yeah. So with Seattle, I guess what we're saying is like it's flipped. I think with Seattle, he would have had a better chance of winning, but I think you're right.
He would definitely win more in Seattle.
Wouldn't probably be as good to where I don't know.
I think he'll have nice stats in Carolina. I don't know how much they're going to win in Carolina, but I think we'll look at him and say, you know what? He's still a QB1. Whereas if he was in Seattle, I think he would win, but we would all just be looking and saying, oh, man, he's an upgrade over Geno. He's not really rushed.
He's still a game
and he fits
manager.
That system. That's it. Yeah.
Now, here's the next question. Well, I guess there's a few here. One is, what do the Browns do at quarterback now? Because I'm hearing some rumors.
Hey,
right. Hear this out. Jimmy G. one year contract.
to Cleveland? Bro, that'll be the highest paid quarterback room ever. Like, son, no way. I mean, I don't hate it, but no way. I don't see it happening, man.
There's so many mixed reports out there now about Deshaun Watson.
Because I see it's like, oh, he could get suspended for the season. He could spend 6 games, 4 games, no suspension at all. Or they're going to give him the suspension, but then they're going to appeal it down to like super light. Yeah. Because then I saw it was like, oh, he only settled, but the settlement was probably a little gentleman's agreement with the NFL to make this thing go away, to hush everybody up. And that it's like, yo, I've seen all these different theories going around and stuff, man. And the NFL's been saying since last week that they were going to have a decision, or they are finishing up the litigation or whatever they were doing. They're, because they hold it court like it's real court, but it's like it's not their court, it's NFL court, which is not real court, but in this situation is real. So yeah.
What about Jimmy G though? Because there's talks now about trading him.
Yeah.
Where does he fit? I mean, the Browns would make sense.
I mean, yeah, it would.
Just from that standpoint, because I don't think he's going to get traded to Seattle. You don't trade within division like that. Unless you get a king's ransom. You got to make Seattle pay the premium.
Seattle they got a nice little package for Russ. So if they want to flip it, they could.
I mean, we could go through the teams.
Yeah, I don't see San Fran. Yeah, you're not trading him in the division. No. Unless you feel like your quarterback is better. If you feel like Trey Lance is definitively better and you're not worried about him, that's one move. But I don't think San Fran is convinced of that just yet.
Cardinals, no. Falcons, no. Not with Mariota and Ritter.
Yeah.
Panthers, no. Bears, Fields, no.
Colts, no.
Ravens, no. Bills, no. Bengals, no.
Dolphins, no.
Browns, like I said, questionable.
Chicago, no. Denver, no. Houston, no. Detroit, maybe.
Detroit, maybe. I guess.
Green Bay, no. LA, no. LA, no. Jacksonville, no. Minnesota, nah.
Giants, I think you'd rather just see what you got in Daniel Jones.
Yeah, same with Philly. In New England, maybe. Reunited.
No, Mac Jones. No way.
You like it, Mac? Oh,
no
man.
way.
Mac he's average, bro. He's capped, man. Come on.
No. He's thinned out a little bit too. Best shape of his career. Dude, I mean, Washington, you're looking through these teams. Tennessee,
Washington just got Carson Wentz. Jets,
Tampa Bay, he could sit behind Brady for a year if he wants.
They still got Kyle Trask that they drafted last year. Was it end of the first round or first pick of the second round, whatever it was? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I mean, maybe the Dolphins, Mike McDaniel's connection, 49ers.
There's no way you can do that after you vouch for Tua.
Yeah, you can't do that. But that would have made sense connection-wise. No, that's what I mean. That's why Browns actually low-key could make sense. Just to have some insurance. Because Jimmy G doesn't have any harsh feelings against Cleveland right now. It was the Baker scenario. That's what caused him to get traded.
The problem is, Jimmy G is a quarterback 1 in the NFL. He feels that he's a franchise quarterback. I wouldn't go that far, but he's a QB1. I just think it's a different dynamic when you're talking Jacoby Brissett playing this role with Deshaun Watson and him ultimately saying, hey, Deshaun is yours whenever you come back, versus a Jimmy G taking that approach. Because you bring in Jimmy G think he's the guy. He done been to a Super Bowl. He done led his team to 2 NFC championships. He's won one of them already. He feel like he's stamped and solidified. He done won on the road, postseason, big winner, you name it. So you bring him in and Deshaun Watson ends up getting 6 games or 4 games. Now you got these, little awkward day-to-day dynamic.
I guess the only way...
And it's going to be expensive because you're paying big money for both of these dudes on top of that.
I guess the only way it would work is if you know for a fact Deshaun Watson is suspended the full season. Yes. Then you make the trade.
Yeah. But do you think the NFL would allow Cleveland to know that now, since Cleveland structured his first-year contract the way that he did?
They're going to have to let him know at some point.
But I'm saying, like, in the sense of...
I don't know
trade,
when.
Like, because when I'm thinking of this trade happening, if that was the case for Jimmy G, you would want him before training camp, right? Or right when training camp is started. And what I'm saying is, if we don't even know when we're going to get this ruling, is it before training camp? Is it during training camp? Is it the beginning of training camp? The end of training camp? We don't know. So if you're Cleveland, you would kind of be on the hook just having to wait around to see, hey, man, when, how long. But if you're wanting Jimmy G to be the guy, then you would need to have him in here for that. So what I'm saying is because of how the reports have come out now, too, that the NFL was pissed off with how Cleveland structured the contract with the first year being only $1 million in base salary, everything else is signing bonus. So if they suspend him for the season, he's only going to lose $1 million. That's it. Everything else he's going to find. He's good. He's getting that. So when the NFL found that out, though, they were upset about it. So what I'm saying is they could easily say, well, we're not going to tell you this right now. We're going to wait and take our time with this decision and kind of make you be in this purgatory of quarterback right now. That's what I was saying.
I could see it from that side. I could also see it from NFL just wants to get this out of the way and over with as soon as possible. I would hope
they would. I mean, especially when the legal system on multiple occasions now has said, hey, we're done with it. We don't want anything to deal with it. This is the NFL right now. They're the ones that's kind of keeping it going. So we shall see.
What about this wrinkle? Week 1 of the NFL season. You know who plays?
I think Carolina and Cleveland, right? I know they playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's hilarious. I hope Deshaun is there for that game. It would make it just that much more awesome.
Hold on. I got to see where this is at. Is this at the Dog Pound or is this
awesome? If it's in Cleveland, it's epic. If it's in Cleveland, we low-key need to tune in.
Let me see real quick. I mean, this is pretty sure a 1 o'clock game. It's at Carolina. 1 o'clock game.
Come see me at my new house with my new friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Deshaun Watson's there, obviously there's way more storylines and stuff. Even if he's not, I mean.
Yeah, I like playing there too, man. Like, not Cleveland. Carolina's a nice little stadium, bro.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Even if Watson's not there, I feel like it's still big.
No, without a doubt.
This is Baker saying, oh, yeah, this is what you get for moving on from me. Either way.
And it's going to be a ton of that. Ton of flexing. You know how he do. Yeah.
Should Baker keep doing that type of stuff? He needs to move on.
No,
he needs to chill.
Be you, man. Be you. They're gonna judge you regardless. They're gonna have an opinion on you regardless. If he stops it, they're gonna say, "Oh man, he fake now, man. He just conform for the masses. Oh man, I don't like him anymore. I liked him better when he was just him. Now he's a cookie cutter like everybody else." They're gonna say something regardless.
No, I'm talking about some of the. And you could be confident,
man.
I'm talking about some of the extreme stuff.
They're going to say something regardless. If he does it and he wins, when he was at Oklahoma, and he planted the flag. Everybody loved it because he was winning. If he was winning in Cleveland a lot more consistently, nobody would have any issue with it. That's all. You know that, man. Come on, baby. You know this. Brady running up and down the field, getting in dudes' faces. No one says anything about that. Why? Because he wins.
Bro, but you know he's not doing anything extra. Brady's not doing anything like disrespectful.
Brady in the Super Bowl ran up on my man. Are we serious? To the point where the NFL now had to change and say, hey, man, you cannot do this, guys. This is a no-no, all right?
I think it was good on both sides. I think it was clean trash talk on both sides.
So now it's good on both sides. Why? Because the Super Bowl, they were winning.
Dude, am I wrong in saying that's different? That's different than Baker doing the flag plant in the middle of the field.
How's that
That's different. I mean,
they're both extremes. They're both.
No.
I'm trying to show you up to the highest degree. Brady ran 20 yards, old man, just to get in my man's face to give him something. Are we serious? At least Baker waited till all the players left the field before he planted the flag. Brady mid.
No, I like that because that's in the flow of the game. That's in your face. I like that.
I just want Baker to keep being Baker. That's what I like. If you a trash talker, trash talk it up. Just back it up. That's it.
Yeah. Anything else with this trade? I mean, we knew something was happening at some point.
Yeah.
It's between pretty much Carolina and Seattle.
So I guess final thing, do we both, or do you feel that Darnold will be on the roster then by week 1? Or do you think they move him?
They're going to try. I think they're going to try.
Okay.
Especially if Baker beats him out.
So then,
I don't know who's taking him.
I was going to say, if we couldn't figure out the Jimmy G landing spots, what are the Sam Darnold landing spots? Or are we viewing him as a QB2 then?
Backup role.
So then he's open anywhere then.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. He is just there in case your quarterback gets hurt. Maybe if you have an older quarterback like the Colts, Maybe you have him as a backup in case Ryan retires next year.
I could even see Atlanta potentially, man, if you wanted to just bring in a more traditional style quarterback, since Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota are more of like your hybrid athletes at quarterback.
Tampa Bay, have him learn under Brady. It's just
I still don't
people are not going to give up much
yeah.
for Darnold, especially with that $18 million.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do something like this where you are paying $15 million of the 18 and the other team is taking on $3 million of that, and they're giving up like a 7th-round pick. That's the only way I see it makes sense, really.
Yeah.
And it's just probably more beneficial for you to get him off the roster. That's why I think cutting could be an option.
Bro, that's a lot. That's a big pill to swallow, especially on a franchise that needs players. It's not like they feel like, because think about when we did the whole move with AB, we still felt like we had a legitimate roster. We could still be fine, even though we knew, man, 20 mil was just gonna be wasting away. If you're Carolina, you're not feeling that way with the 18 mil. You're like, bro, you know who we could have in here, what we could be doing with these pieces if we had 18. Like, that's just, I don't know, man. But like you said, the alternative,
you're still paying the 18.
Yeah, the alternative is you keep him. Yeah,
you're still paying the 18 to him, and he's backing up Baker.
But at least you feel like, if something would have happened, I at least get to use that invest. I used to get to use the 18, run you back out there. Now, granted, it's probably gonna suck, but at least go out there.
Yeah, I'd probably just rather run out Matt Corral, see what the rookie got at that point. Like if Baker's hurt, your season's probably done anyway.
Yeah.
See what Corral's got. Okay. See if he could spark things up. Maybe get the fans excited.
We shall see. But all right, that's all I have for that one then, man. You?
Yeah, I don't have much else.
Okay.
I don't have much else. Sad day for the rest of the AFC North because, as I said, Baker just fit Cleveland. They were the perfect match. Man.
He definitely did. But speaking of the AFC North, we got a former AFC North quarterback that recently said that he's ready to, get up out of that booth and get back out here on this gridiron, man. Robert Griffin III, a.k.a. RG3, did just say, that he's ready to come back and play, man. Last time he played was over, it was like 19 months, I think it was, a little bit over a year. Obviously,
it was in that COVID season.
The COVID season, yep. Because he pulled the hammy against us. What was that first quarter?
Yeah, they had to bring in McSwirly.
Yeah, so that was the last time he's played. So it was a little bit over a year. But my man said he's ready to come back and play now. Do you want to read off a little bit of who Robert Griffin III is in terms of his accolades, in terms of where he was drafted at, and all of this? Make him sound real nice, please.
Dude, he was legit coming out. I thought he was going to be better than Andrew Luck, to be honest with you.
We all thought he was, right? I thought he was, too.
I thought he was, but injuries, Mike Shanahan.
Washington football field.
Yeah. A lot of stuff kind of didn't go his direction when he actually got into the NFL. But anyway, so he was drafted first round, second overall of the 2012 NFL draft, second to Andrew Luck. His rookie season, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Made a Pro Bowl.
Talk about it.
As I'm looking at these stats, had
the
best
nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
interception ratio in the league. Yeah, 20 touchdowns to 5 picks, 3,200 yards passing, a 69.4 QBR, a 102 QB rating, and then
you put a lot of emphasis on that 69 too, bro. Come on, man, chill out.
And then also had 815 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns that season. Mm-hmm. And then it was downhill after that, unfortunately, because he got hurt in
that postseason. Was
it the wild card game? Yeah. It was the first postseason game that they played that season. Yeah. He got hurt, and that was it. That was kind of it, because everything else
was downhill after that.
It was, yeah. Next year, only 3,200 yards, 16 touchdowns, 12 picks, went 3-10, in and out of the lineup. Kirk Cousins eventually takes his job. Then he goes over to Cleveland. You know it's going to be bad there, which it was.
And
then gets signed with the Ravens as a backup. And he was a solid backup. I think he was perfect for them. Behind Lamar Jackson, came in certain moments. I mean, made them actually kind of relevant in that, what was it, a Wednesday night game? Mm-hmm. We should have blew him out, but I don't know what the hell was going on there.
He was running that nasty QB sweep. Remember that joint where he was like just getting it, and they was running around left, running around to the right. Yeah.
But then he came in the other time against us and beat Duck Hodges last game of the season as a backup. They were like 14-2 that season.
Yeah, in the rain. Yeah, and we needed to win that one. But granted, we needed some other help too. But
Titans to lose or something. Yeah,
I definitely remember that. Yeah.
But that's how his career has gone. So in 2020, he was 30 years old. So he's like, 31, 32 right now.
Yeah, so still young.
32.
He said he's in the best shape of his life also.
And he said I
follow him on IG. He does work out like all the time, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a crazy athlete, though, just in general. But, yeah, man, he says he's best shape of his life. So it just had me wondering. I'm like, quarterback, veteran quarterback, athlete quarterback, high pedigree quarterback. And then I started to evaluate our room and, just did what we always like to do. Man, who is he better than or who is he not better than? Does he make this room better or would he not make this room better? How much would it cost? So I said, you take Kenny out the equation. He's never in the conversation in year one. He's forever stamped. He's solidified. I said, Mr. Trubisky, similar concept, right? Solidified, stamp. He's going to be here. I got to think about your boy Mason. I know you got that number 2 jersey for him, too. I know how you roll. But with Mason, had me wonder, is RG3 fresh out the booth more interesting and intriguing on this roster than a Mason Rudolph? Could he make this team better if we needed him in a pickle over Mason Rudolph? So I said I was going to ask Deke this. So that is the question to you, Deke.
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Still Mason over RG3 right now.
I was just checking.
Where it gets interesting is
Brady. Hold on, bro. Wait a minute now. I thought that it was a consensus. Not everybody feels that way, bro.
Are you serious?
Not everybody feels that way, bro. Not everybody feels that Mason is worse than RG3. I low-key want to pull this thing up just for some clarification because a couple of these comments that have come in have definitely...
What you're saying, people think RG3 is better than Mason in the chat right now? Right now? No way.
Want me to name drop them?
You don't have to name drop. I'm saying no way to those that think that.
I can name drop. I'm like...
I'm sorry. No, there's no way.
Well, because RG3, he's a veteran. Pedigree. Has proven that he can win in multiple places. But he's super athletic, and that's the other part. So when you think about today's
he
NFL,
ain't the same right now.
But trust me, him right now is still going to be, top 2 athlete on the team?
Mason showed some wheels in that
No. RG3, if he came in the team in the quarterback room, RG3 would be either the best athlete or the number 2 athlete. Like, that's his wheelhouse for certain. Not the best passer, but in terms of his athletic ability, this dude is, freaky athlete. Get that, freaky athlete. But,
No, I don't. Here's a thought process right here, or a thought experiment. Put RG3 with that Steelers offense last year in that Lions game. I don't think he does as good as Mason.
I think
because even though he kept the Ravens relevant against us in that Wednesday night game, he wasn't doing good.
Okay.
That was more of us, I think, shooting ourselves in the foot.
And I get that one game that you're referring to, but I'm thinking of some of the other times that he's come in for Baltimore, and it was a little bit better. That's all.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking at these stats right now. I think the only other one was against us.
The other time, yeah.
Duck, yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he actually didn't look bad in that one.
And we say Duck, but Duck wasn't on that defense. We know what that defense was that year. We forgetting that? That defense was really good that year. That defense was pretty good that year. He had that success against that defense.
So how do you feel?
I just think that it's interesting. I think
it gets interesting. All right, no, go ahead.
I can make a case for it either way, man. In the sense of, you know what they said? Pull it up before I start talking and rambling real quick. Let's pull it up. We ain't pulled it up in a minute, man. Get on the poll.
Well, here's what I'll say is I think it could become an option if you trade Mason. I don't think you sign RG3 to trade Mason, but if you're trading Mason anyway and you want a veteran QB in the room that could impart some of their knowledge maybe on Mitch or Kenny, I don't think having RG3 would hurt us. But in terms of just
Mason
straight
Rudolph
up
last name, man,
on the field, who's a better quarterback? I'm taking Mason over RG3 right now.
Okay. We're gonna see what the people say, man. I ain't want to misspell my man Rudolph last name. You know what I'm saying? Jeez Louise. All right, there we go. Boom, boom, boom.
But then one of my questions for you, maybe this is something I'll ask, or we could get back to after you talk a little bit. But my other question would be, would RG3, a little more high-profile guy, higher pedigree guy, would that be good to have in the room with two guys that are trying to find their own way? Or you think it would be too much? I do think there's a lot of positives, though, if he is here, because he can impart a ton of knowledge to these guys.
Yeah, so a couple of things, man. In the sense of why I would make the case for it, right? Or actually, before we even get to why I would make the case for it versus against it, just answering what you were talking about, high pedigree or a guy that is going to have a lot of attention, right? In terms of guys going to have a lot of attention.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the poll results
You seeing it, right? Okay, I'm not making this up, bro. You thought I was joking. I'm like, bro, I don't think that everybody feels the same way. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there, all right? Yeah. So we're going to let that cook. The poll is in, all right? The poll is in. Just have fun with it, all right? But in the sense of him being a guy that has a lot of media attention around him. And if he were to come to the Steelers, we know that it would just be amplified because of how well he's done in the booth. Calling some of these games.
But I also think our quarterback room right now, the uncertainty
I got
right?
you. So could that be a distraction? Could that be overwhelming to a Kenny Pickett? Could that be a little bit intimidating to a Mitch Trubisky? Absolutely, it could. The reason why I don't think it would necessarily be an issue 100% is because of RG3's temperament, his personality. I think that he does a good job. He's very aware of the guys that he's communicating with and in the manner in which he should communicate with them. He's already been in a situation where, he's a high pedigree number 2 overall pick, rookie of the year, but he had to go in there and say, what? I'm not competing with Lamar Jackson. I'm here to mentor him. I'm here to be his backup. I'm an athlete like how he is. Let me give him game. He's already been in this role. So when you're bringing him here and you're talking about Kenny Pickett and Mr. Trubisky potentially feeling overwhelmed because you got this mega name in the room from what he did on the field, even recently, like I said, what he's doing in the TV booth, for RG3, he can easily diffuse any of that uncertainty by saying, look, man, I'm not beating any of you guys out, even if I feel like I can. That's not my role here. My job is to back you up. My job is to make sure that y'all know what you're doing. We hear Charlie Batch every time he's coming on, right? What does he talk about? Man, I was able to do this because I had already started in this league. I had already proven that I could play in this league. So when I came here and I was behind this young Ben Roethlisberger, my job wasn't to compete with him to beat him. My job was to make sure that he was prepared. Beat the other guys you bring in here to make sure I'm QB2. But as a whole, I got to make sure he's prepared. I think that RG3 understands that, and he's already shown that he's fine with that. And that's why it's like, man, if you want to talk about the positive of, how that could work, that's why. But that also goes to the veteran leadership that I was talking about in terms of why I would like it, because he's already been around this league. He's been on multiple organizations. He started in this league. He has pedigree. He knows what it's like to be a top draft pick. He knows what it's like to go into a franchise where it's uncertainty and you got to be the face. He knows what it's like to fail. He knows what it's like to be a journeyman. You know what I mean? He knows what it's like to be on the outside and commentating on these dudes. So it's like you got a lot of versatility with that.
Yeah.
And he's going to be super cheap. That's the other part of it. He probably make more money in the TV booth than he's going to come back and play football realistically, But those are some of the things that I would like about it. Now, why would I say no to it? Well, he's been out the league for a little over a year now. And the last time we saw him in the league, it was that one game that wasn't the most glamorous for him. So when you're asking yourself, man, how much has rust kicked in and things like that, you can make a case for that, or you can make the case that he's rested. Kind of like the Colin Kaepernick argument. Man, he's been away for the game for 5 years. Can he still do it or not? Post a highlight vid. I can tell you right now, RG3 got highlight vids and they look stupid. Like, he's still just that talented, that gifted. A lot of NFL athletes, they just are. So with RG3, yeah, he's going to wow you with any of that type of stuff. But the real test is, and similar to Colin Kaepernick is, can you do it in an 11-on-11 setting with NFL caliber players? Not me, my friend, and this other NFL player. Nah, I need to see Rush. I need to see Alon. I need to see you here in the call, how you run this huddle, how you communicate and all the other things. We're not getting that right now. So with RG3, it's like, that's why I like it. But at the same time, that's why I'm hesitant on it, because it's like, I haven't seen him. What does that look like? Can he legitimately beat a Mason out? Because if he can't beat him out, why would I bring him in and just create that, another piece of tension in there when we don't really need that right now?
Yeah, and that's the next thing too. So even if Mason doesn't win the job and we want to trade Mason, we do trade Mason. And our quarterback room, as it would sit, is Mitch, Kenny, and Oladokin. Would it still make sense to bring him in? I love all those positives you're talking about, but I'm just wondering, having both Mitch and Kenny in the room, does that make sense? Because then what's the rule? What's the purpose? Because is RG3 actually going to be dressing on Sundays? I would love him as like the quarterback whisperer or the Charlie Batch role.
Because my thing was he would have to beat out Mitch then if that was the case. I think he'd have to beat out Mitch to make that work like that.
To be the starter?
No. But like,
I would like it. Here's the perfect scenario for me: is if
to me, it's like Kenny would have to be the starter, RG3 be the backup,
and Mitch isn't even on the roster.
That's what
exactly.
That's what have to be.
I think that'd be a perfect scenario. Maybe that could be the case next year.
Right? Because I'm like the only way that works out this year is if Kenny definitively beats him out, and Mitch looks bad enough, or he were to get hurt, or something happened that did not look like OTAs, because in OTAs it was very different. He looked really good then. So it's like something would have to shift for that to make sense. Because I just don't see, like I said, that's two whole entities that got to take place right there.
Because how much are we really caring about the on the field stuff with RG3? At least right away.
We're not caring about that at all right away. It's more so
because he could get up to speed probably half the season in or something.
It's that, and you also like the fact that, hey man, I just have another dual threat athlete, a guy that, hey, the candidate system, I need athletic ability. He's a guy that, hey man, if you need to get out of a bind, you would feel comfortable putting him out there. You would feel comfortable with him doing zone read. You would feel comfortable with him, running the offense, because we've already seen him do it before. But you also know he has that athletic ability, and it's just he would be a different approach than Kenny, than Mitch, even Mason. It's like, yes, those guys are athletic, right? Even in Mason, the sneaky athletic ability, but it's like all these guys are athletes, but it's just a different animal when you're talking about an RG3 caliber athlete, even at 31, 32 years old. It makes you have to play him a little bit differently. That's why he was a perfect fit in Baltimore, because Baltimore's offense is just like that because of Lamar Jackson. And then even when they went to Tyler Huntley, they had three dudes. It was the exact same, just different variations of it in terms of how talented they were. But for us in Pittsburgh, he would be drastically different. He falls in the Chris Olajuwon category, you know what I mean, in terms of like that dual threat, really athletic, can scare you with his legs type situation. So, like I said, it's still, it could, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, but also the other element is RG3 is like, seems like one of the smartest X's and O's guys out there.
Smart, bro.
I don't know how Trubisky or Kenny is with any of that, but
super
I'm
smart,
sure that'll be a huge element that RG3 could bring
smart,
to the table and help them with.
Yeah.
So there is like positive. I see why it would make sense. I just don't think now is the time. It might be next year. We give Kenny the reins. It's Kenny and Olajuwon. Maybe we need a guy in between there to be that Charlie Batch for us. And RG3 can maybe fit that mold then. But not right now. I'm in no rush to do this right now.
That's my thing.
One is I don't think he's better than Mason. But then also it could be weird even if you do get rid of Mason, because of you still have Mitch and Kenny there. Like, what is going on with that in terms of who's dressing and whatnot? How's the quarterback depth chart looking? I don't know.
Fair enough. I like it. I was laughing too, man. I looked into the chat and I I pulled it up when they were referring to me letting them know I was gonna put the poll in. So obviously we had some comments that came up after that, and I was finally seeing them. It made me chuckle a little bit, man. But, everybody, you know how I go, man.
It happens.
Sometimes you put the poll in and people get weird.
What's the results? Oh my God.
What's the poll looking like? What we looking like?
RG3 at 56%.
RG3 on top?
Yeah. Wow. Mason Rudolph 44%.
So he's the bottom. Interesting.
That's terrible, bro. Am I off? What are you voting? Come on, bro.
I can. Oh man, I hate this.
How about this?
I hate this because I can make an argument for him now. I can make.
You did a little bit. It was good.
In terms of him versus Mason.
One game tomorrow. Who do you want?
One game tomorrow.
Let's say RG3 even gets 2 weeks practice or something.
No, see, no. It would need to be like full concept. Like both of these dudes have the same amount of offseason time. They're both prepared. They're ready to go.
All right, how about this? This? It's Mason versus RG3 for the Steelers quarterback competition this offseason. There's no Mitch or Kenny on the roster.
If it was no kid, I would roll with. Oh,
if you had to bet right now,
no, you know what? No, it's fine. I would want RG3 solely because of Matt Canada, and I would say that hey, Mason isn't the dual like the legs part that RG3 could bring to that table, and this would make Canada go back to more of what he did at Pitt. You know what I mean? Or it's that college style offense. RG3 is perfect for the Costa offense. Shoot, if he was smart, he would have called Carolina first and be like, hey, man, Matt Rook, man, you got room for me, baby? What's up? Like, that would have been the move. But as a whole,
The question is RG3 washed though? Are you like capped with him? Like I feel like Mason could maybe even give you something though. I said this all offseason. He might still have some potential. But
the question is, that potential is solely based on his arm. So if that does not work, you have nothing. At least with RG3, you have the X factor.
It's a disaster of a season, right?
I would agree, right? But he has the legs at least.
We're saying if Mason's arm doesn't work, it's a disaster of a season. Yes. If we have RG3 as our starter, is that a disaster? I think it is.
I think it's bad either way.
I think that'd be bad.
Either way is bad, yes.
I'm going Mason, though.
I'm pedigree. Give me RG3. He's more pedigree. All right? He's more pedigree. Just got to count for something.
Yeah.
At least he has accolades. He's got a rookie of the year. He has
I just think he's lost right now. It's been so long, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least give me somebody that's done something.
It's been so long.
He done something. What is RG3's greatest accomplishment? What is Mason Rudolph's greatest accomplishment in the NFL?
Well, RG3's rookie season was incredible. That was 2012, though.
So if we take one season and one season, that's how you usually do it, right? One season, take your best season. I'll take RG3 best season.
That was 2012. That's tough.
That was 10 years ago. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, Mason. I mean, he had that 3 touchdown game against the Browns. That's probably his best.
But moment. You said it was the Browns. The Browns don't count. The Browns are trash.
They really needed to win that game, though.
No, but
that was a good performance by Mason. I was impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was his best moment, though. Am I wrong?
I think it is. I think it's his best moment, yes. That and 2 series of the Jets game.
I like that.
Yeah.
You could low-key talk about how he performed in the Lions game in overtime. It wasn't our fault we didn't win in overtime. I think it was his fault we got to overtime. At least part of it. I already said this many times. Ben would have closed that out in the regular regulation.
Will RG3 have closed it out with his legs?
No, I actually don't. No.
With the legs in the conditions of that game, a little bit of leggage.
It was too slippery for him.
What? That's when he carved us up. That last game when he beat Duck, that was a rain game.
Hold on, let me see. What were his rush yards?
That was definitely a rain game.
He had 225 passing. 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
He did appear in 7 games, though, but I'm assuming most of those yards are coming from the Steeler game.
Okay.
So in 2019, he had 70 yards on the ground, 20 attempts. So, I mean, a good portion had to have come from that Steeler game. I could double check. I don't want to be giving out wrong math here.
Yeah, man.
This was back in 2019.
Don't be over here hyping him up and he ain't worth hyped up, man. He a Baltimore cat now. Remember that, man.
Oh, it's actually worse. It's worse. Good thing we didn't go off that.
There we go.
8 rushes, 50 yards.
He still went for 50?
8 rushes, 50. So that's 6.25 per attempt. I was about
to say, you said that like that was a bad number.
No,
it was worse. This is 50.
Yeah,
Jeez.
But that's the highlight of the game because
he had to pick that game, right?
11 for 21, 96 yards, 1 pick. Yeah. It was rainy.
Yeah, it was rainy, but he definitely had to pick. Yeah.
I think Mason performs better in that Lions game than RG3. I think that was my beginning point too.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Either way, it would be a terrible situation. That's how I look at it. All right. Either way, I don't want to say terrible. I just would not. It wouldn't be the most optimal. There we go.
I think more feasible or something to consider if Mason is traded.
Okay.
Something to consider. I don't know if I'm all the way there yet still because of some of the stuff we already talked about.
That's my stance.
But if it's next year, he's still available. We got picking another Doken.
32, another year of just rest, relaxation, man, getting healthy. Because I know that was also part of it too, man, the health element of it. So, yeah.
That would be the perfect scenario for a young quarterback is having an RG3 as your backup, I think. Be perfect. I don't know who else is out there that would be better right now. Probably have to pay him more than RG3 too. So, yeah, I think it's keep an eye on, keep your tabs on.
We'll see. Shout out to RG3 though, man. We shall see.
But I am. Am I stunned? I am stunned a little bit at
that he's coming. He wants to come back.
No, not at that.
At the poll. I forgot the poll is still in. Hold on.
People saying, well, it went up to 160 votes. The poll in? It even got worse. RG3 went up to 58%. Mason's at 42.
Deke, you want me leaving it or you want me to take it out?
For the whole show?
Deke, you want me leaving it or you want me to take it out, Deke?
It's up to you.
What you want me to do, Deke?
I don't want to decide that.
You just don't want you gonna tell me to leave it in? You gonna tell me to take it out?
You started it. You gotta.
Deke, all you gotta do is just say the word, man. Finish this thing, Deke.
That's on you, dude.
All right, you sure?
You could ask someone in the chat what they think.
You asked me in the chat, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Make that a poll.
The poll is, do you want me to leave the poll in or take the poll out? All right. Then, oh, man, I missed the poll. Lord have mercy. All right. We're going to go ahead and stop the poll. People have spoken. I think the people want
now it's up to 165, 167.
That's a lot of people on the poll right now, bro. A lot of people.
Yeah, it's still at 58-42.
It's a lot.
RG3.
The poll is real, bro.
Yeah, so they're taking RG3 a year removed from the game and basically like 4 or 5 seasons removed of actually playing like significant football. And about 10 years removed from his best season. They're taking him over Mason Rudolph. That's where we're at. See, this is why I think Mason gets too much hate. It is.
Yo, this is why I thought, like, literally when I saw this, I'm like, bro, I don't think that this is a discussion. But I don't think that everybody feels like that about Mason, bro.
So you're on Mason's side. You switching on
I don't.
You said RG3 for Canada system.
Oh man,
you know it'd be bad.
Oh, bro, it's either way. Either way, I just don't feel like it would be a situation that I would like. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Either way,
I was ready to roll with Mason this year. I talked myself into it.
Yeah.
About 2-3 months ago, remember?
Yeah, you did.
30 and 10. I told you there's a 5% chance he was dropping 30.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's winning the job now. I mean, that's probably like a 2% chance.
Maybe a little iffy.
Right. I'm saying right now, heading into training camp, you might have a better gauge on this. Is it Mitch 60, Kenny 35, Mason 5?
Yeah, if we're talking about being QB1. Yeah, because I feel like Mason could still be ahead of Kenny in terms of better player right now, but in terms of the QB1 hierarchy, he's not going to be in that conversation if he can't beat out Mitch. That's just,
Yeah, he would just have to absolutely light it up.
Yeah, that's going to be the only way for him.
And this is a short amount of time for him to light it up.
Very short.
Training camp, 3 preseason games. Yeah. And is he even going to be getting all the QB1 reps?
Because you're splitting reps. That's the other part. At least with Sam Darnold, when he went to Carolina that first time, he was getting all the reps. So he got the chance to show how bad he really was. Yeah, this is going to be a little different, man. So, all right.
Mason's up to 43%.
Okay. So leave the poll in a little bit longer?
It's up to you.
How you like the poll, bro?
I would like to see people give Mason a little bit more respect.
All right, we're going to let him roll with it in a little bit longer then. Oh, and we got some new color in here as well, man. So you know what? We'll stop talking about the poll, and then we'll get to this new Oh, is this AJ? AJ!
Yeah.
AJ
He's
Martin.
In competition with the Fish Momentum for the chat
goat. Pulling up.
He's in the Mount Rushmore, though. We talked about that. No, I think AJ Martinez in the Fish Momentum for sure. But
because we said, or you got to do it off of generations, like which year were you a part of it?
We talked about that, yeah.
I wonder, does Official Momentum know about the eyebrow?
I don't know if he does.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's stuff like that.
You might have to go back.
Yeah.
Look through the archives. Mm-hmm. AJ Martinez, though, with him dropping a 50 burger here, always saying his prayers to all.
Oh, man, salute you, man. We greatly appreciate you as well, man. Praying for you too, man. Absolutely.
And in terms of the other super chats, this might be on you because I'm at Calmonier, the one right before him. So I think there was some more before that.
Let's see. Yes, I think you are right. Oh, yeah, we're not too far because Official Momentum said next call I'll give you a Steelers story or Art Rooney story. Excuse me. Yeah, so we got 2 ahead of you. Butcher Bergen _Zofo LM. He says, in my mind, Watson a 96 and Baker is a 94.
Huh?
For a 2-point level up, ain't worth the karma of screwing over Baker. Brown's worst move ever. So he's saying that if this is on a scale of 100,
this is like a Madden rating.
Yeah. He's saying Deshaun Watson is a 96, Baker's a 94. I don't think it's that close. I think you could put Deshaun. Deshaun ain't played in the year.
I don't think Deshaun's a 96. I'd put Deshaun at like a 90, and then Baker's like at a low 80 or a 79 or something. That's what I would say. I'm with you. It's not that close.
Yeah,
but neither of them are mid 90s right now.
Yeah, at 96, I'm like, bro, that's high. Like, jeez,
that's really high.
Yeah.
Madden's really strict on their ratings these days.
Yeah. And like I said, he ain't played in a year. Now, you got to account for that in some capacity.
Yeah, maybe if it was coming right off that Texans year, maybe he's like 92, 93.
Right, but
bump him down to 90, 91. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And you're going to miss some time, potentially, if a suspension does happen. So if you miss time on top of that, you're not allowed to practice. So you're still, that's that rust we're talking about, man. Yeah. All right. Now it should be. Oh, I got one more, and then it's you. All right. Brent Fox. He says, "Salute, Moats, Deke, just coming in. Did y'all already respond to my super chat last week? Asked for 800 gambler for my B-day. I did not know that you had asked for that. I think we did.
You're taking song requests now.
I know who was doing that. I usually don't take song requests, no. But it kind of rolled off the tongue right there. It was like, in the moment. Yeah.
Hope that was good enough for you.
That seemed about right. Yeah. I ain't give them like the full shebang. Certain things we got to keep behind closed doors.
Right.
They don't need to know what really happens when that song is being sung.
True.
Yeah.
Tell them on the air now?
Yes, we are there.
How about this one? Which wide receiver are you taking for a playoff run with this 2022 offense? Both in their prime. John Stallworth or Mike Wallace? He says, I know who's Deke's taking. I'm taking Stallworth.
Oh,
I think he's thinking that I'm going to take Wallace because of the speed. I'm taking Stallworth. We already got Pickens. I'm taking Stallworth. We need a guy with some sure hands out there.
Wait,
won 4 Super Bowls.
One's a Hall of Famer. I'm going to go with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with that guy.
I'll take Stallworth.
Nah, he should have been like John Stallworth or like Hines Ward.
Yeah, that's a better question.
Because you can't say AB. AB is going, he's just in that category. But
yeah, exactly. You're taking AB, obviously.
Yeah, but if you put him in there with like Hines or
would be a good
Juju.
I don't know John Stallworth's playoff run history, you know what I mean? Because, Hines had some good runs. I mean, he won a Super Bowl MVP.
Plax, Santonio, like that. Yeah.
Oh, Santonio over all of them. I'd say out of all those guys you just named, Santonio.
Oh, those guys. Okay, I thought you said you would take him over Stallworth, though?
Yeah, I'd even take him over Stallworth.
Okay.
For a playoff run, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, that 2008 was magical.
All right.
He was prime time.
Okay.
I'll never forget that.
Well, Tone Time, that's the homie, so I ain't tripping no way.
Yeah, I'm taking Holmes. Who do we got next? AJ Martinez.
Yeah.
And he also says, you guys are too kind.
Oh, no, you're too kind, man. We appreciate you from the heart, man. We actually appreciate all of y'all. That's why, we really enjoy the fact that we know you. Well, we don't know y'all, but we feel like we know y'all, Like, when we see some of these names pull up, we talked about this last episode. It's like, it's a cool vibe, man. And it's just certain weird stuff that happens throughout the day that always reminds us of y'all, too, man. So, salute y'all.
Yeah, there's inside jokes, I think, between us in the chat.
Absolutely.
It's good.
Man.
And we got an upper room member.
Oh, well, Gary Reynolds. What's up? And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, greatly appreciate your support and welcome to the family. Yes, sir. All righty.
All caught up.
All right. I think the poll, what's the update on that? We still got some action going on the poll? Or are
197 votes. Mason's making a little bit of a comeback, actually. I think we got to keep this going. Mason with 44%. So we're back to what it was at the beginning.
What, 50?
It's 56 to 44.
Okay. So leave the poll in, is what you're telling me?
I mean, I don't know how many votes it's going to take to swing it. That's my question.
How much action you need to be on this poll for it to swing like that, man?
I don't know. Would 50 votes do it?
You tell me.
But that would probably have to be... You'd probably need 20 votes for Mason, all to go Mason, for this to swing. I don't know if that's happening.
Have you voted on this poll yet?
Yeah, I already voted Mason.
Can you get on the poll again?
No.
You just one and done?
It only gave me an option for one vote.
You sure?
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
You got to talk to YouTube about that.
Fair enough. All right.
You don't want voter fraud out here, though.
That's what
in our polls. You don't.
Sure?
Yeah, you don't want voter fraud in our...
I mean, is it frowned upon?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want it to have integrity.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh, no. It's going the opposite way now.
Oh,
close it up.
You sure?
Yep, it's over.
The poll is done?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take the poll. How long was the poll in? The poll been for 24 minutes now. It's a long session. All right.
Official Momentum says
I'm in
RG3 was my vote.
Shout out to RG3. All right. The poll has officially been taken out. All right. So, official results were 205 votes, 57%.
Oh, it even got worse.
Said Robert Griffin III. Mason Rudolph at 42%. That's what the chat said. We just here for the chat. That's what the chat said, man. So, there we have it.
I'm stunned.
There we have it. And you got to think, not everybody even voted.
Yeah.
That's, man. Fair enough, though.
That's a good sample size, though.
That was solid, bro. And it was time. We took our time with that. We ain't rushed that. We went slow.
That's disappointing.
To some. Or maybe it's confirmation for others. They're like, yes, we're not in the minority here. everybody feels the same way as us. RG3 for president. Let's go.
Or they just think Mason sucked. I mean, you could probably put up any quarterback up there.
You're probably right. You're definitely right, man.
That might be another conversation for another day. Yeah. What quarterbacks can we put up there where you think it's such a slam dunk for Mason, but it's still somehow like 50-50 or in the other quarterback's favor over Mason just because of how much people in Steeler Nation hate Mason?
This is nuts, bro.
I'm going to think about that while you're on vacation. I'm going to think of quarterback names. We can put polls
nuts, bro.
Like Matt Barkley.
Oh.
You have to say Mason.
You would have.
I just don't know that.
Mark Sanchez
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say Mason. Like, come on.
You would think, right? But this is RG3 out the booth. We're not talking about RG3 from Madrid. We're talking about RG3 out the booth right now. And it was 57%, man.
I got to do some recon on this.
We could say Matt Leinart right now at the booth.
You could do Duck Mason, actually. That would be the good one. Because someone's saying right here, Trevin control it, bring back Duck over Mason. They're going to go
Duck.
And we're even saying right now, this is Duck a year removed from football.
They will go Duck 100% right now, bro. You know that. They love Duck.
Dobbs versus Mason?
It would be close, but they would go Dobbs. It's going to be close, but they going to roll Dobbs.
Chad Pennington?
Yep, see? Matt Leinart, that's the one for me. Matt Leinart. Pull up Matt Leinart. Be, oh, yep, you Matt Leinart over there right now.
Matt Leinart.
All right, okay.
He's got to be 40 right now.
Okay, watch.
Matt Leinart.
Watch.
Right now.
You know this.
Come on.
Hey, Matt.
I do think Matt Leinart got snubbed in his career. Yeah. He got hurt a little too much. I think he could have had a little reclamation with the Texans.
Come on, bro. Hurt. They what about what's the cat McCown?
Josh McCown.
Josh McCown. Would you take him? Hey man, I don't know. Josh been on this. He been on the roster for a while now, man. Hey man, I think Josh better than Mason. All right.
I think Barkley could be an interesting one, just because he's actually playing right now. Mm-hmm. He's got a name.
Well,
he was. He's bad.
Time out. No, you know where he went.
He's up in Buffalo.
Come on, man. That's the QB factory up there. You see how it changed Mitch's career?
I was just looking at their depth chart today because we were talking about edge rushers, so I wanted to see their roster with Von Miller and stuff. Who's their backup right now? It's not Barkley.
Oh, no. My goodness. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Holy smokes.
Because it was like an interesting name. It's like, oh, wait, he's the Bills' backup now? He's taking Trubisky's spot? Older guy, been around.
Jeez.
You pulling it up?
I am, because I totally forgot right now off the top of my head. And I'm not about to do that. Oh, let me think on it. Bump that. I'm just going to pull him up.
What we got?
I don't know. Just pulled up Josh Allen. It's hard to, franchise quarterback.
Dude, you know who we forgot?
Matt Barkley.
No. There was another guy.
It's and Case Keenum. That's the one.
Case Keenum. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, oh, they signed him.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who we forgot in our top 10 list? Whenever we were just ripping them off?
Mm-hmm.
Forgot Russ.
Yeah.
Whenever we got back,
we didn't do our official list. Though.
No, we didn't. But we were just ripping off guys. We were like, oh, Herbert, Burrow. Like Russ is in that mix.
Yes,
of between 5 to 7, kind of.
Yeah,
I would say.
No, definitely.
I'm excited to do the QBs though. Whenever we get to it.
Bro, Remix just said Mason Rudolph versus Johnny Manziel.
I was thinking him, but I was like, there's still no way.
And he said Johnny Manziel. Richard Stone said Johnny Manziel. Johnny football we talking about, man.
Nick Foles would be a good one.
Oh, I'm taking Nick.
I think I would,
This is
too.
Nick we talking about. Nick done something that not a lot of people
not
can
the
say.
Same outside of Philly,
I do not care. What he's accomplished, man.
He's touched by God in
Come
Philly.
Come on, bro. That mixtape that he was a one-hit wonder, but that hit that he had in Philly. Come on, bro. That's his label. It's certain guys you're like, yo, you just gotta always work with this.
Didn't he beat Brady again?
Yes.
He was the Bears.
Yes.
He was with the Bears,
dude.
And he beat Brady again.
Absolutely. Come on, man. I don't know what it is. He just, as long as he's facing Brady and that's the situation.
Yeah, we could sign him for one game this year.
That's all we need him, man. Yeah.
That's unreal.
But I would definitely roll with Nick.
I think I would too, just because of that. Even though I know he's not going to do as good in Pittsburgh as what he does in Philly.
This is the truth. This is who he is, though. But it's all good. All right. Let's see what we got next, though. Yeah, because we were caught up, right?
Yeah. Wait. We got a couple official momentum chats.
Oh, sweet. Well, okay.
I'll read them real quick.
Gotta get it along.
He said RG3, my vote. Then he also says, I'm back. Y'all sorry. He says, got to take care of the crib.
Oh, yeah, facts, man. Definitely take care of the crib. Hopefully all is well at the crib as well.
Then Sean McCartney says Chris Oladokun as the third option in the pool. So, I mean, you could just probably do Oladokun versus Mason.
Yeah.
See what people say there.
You know what they're gonna say.
See, if that's the case, it's too far gone. Too far.
You already know what they're gonna say.
Then you are lost.
Bro. You already know what they're going to say.
It's like Obi-Wan.
You know what they're going to say.
And Revenge of the Sith, the Star Wars, where he says to Anakin, then you are lost.
You know what they're going to say.
If you go Ladokin over Mason, I don't know what to tell you.
You just gotta.
I thought me in the chat. I thought everyone was on the same page. Now I think they're lost. They're too far gone.
Man, they're committed to this thing, bro. They said that. I don't know what that 30-10 you were hollering about. They're not on board for it, man.
There was like a 5% chance it was happening.
This is 5%. That's very
There's potential.
That's
that was a ceiling. That's what I was saying. That was a ceiling.
That's super generous. 5%, 30-10. Lord, I put it at like 2.5%.
That's not that far off.
That's monumental for him though. This is less than 50% of that 5%.
He could have done it. He finished that 2019 season like on pace for 20-something touchdowns if he would have played every game.
You know what? I got to remember who I'm talking to, Deke. When it comes to you and quarterbacks, we know if your loyalty is with this quarterback, you will swing it however you need to swing it to justify, to make it sound pretty. Regardless of what your eyeballs and my eyeballs may be telling both of us. So, you know what? I'm cool with that, man. It's all love. Yeah.
Fish Momentum says, y'all want another story? Hashtag let Mason go. He's fed up too.
He got the Mason let him go story. Jeez.
I thought Official Momentum was like boys with everyone though. Am I wrong?
I didn't know he had a let him go story.
I thought he always was positive with pretty much everyone.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of
Mason.
Like, yeah, it's Mason. That's just blacklist.
He says, bro, trade Mason and DJ for King Henry.
The Titans are not taking that trade.
Would we do that?
Well, we got Najee. That would be a heck of a 1-2 punch.
Because my thinking is with Henry,
we're never throwing the ball though.
We gotta take care of that contract now.
Yeah,
and we already have Najee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you do it.
It's Derrick Henry we're talking.
I think you do it.
You know, just throwing it.
You still have Kenny and Mitch on cheap contracts, and we just drafted Pickens.
And now we got RB2. What up, Najee? Now you're RB2. We got RB1. We got a 1-2 punch, Thunder and Lightning, or Thunder and more Thunder. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the perfect running back combo for Canada's system.
But if we're doing that, then I'm gonna get rid of all our wide receivers, and I'm going to trade for big body tight ends and extra old linemen because we're just gonna be running the ball. It's gonna look like Wisconsin football out here. Like yeah.
Don't get rid of everyone. Do we keep Claypool and Pickens? You got to keep Claypool and Pickens.
Sure, we keep them two there. But we're gonna move Deontay. I need big bodies because we're running the ball. If you got both of these dudes up, you gotta run the ball.
Who are we trading for? What tight end? Well, there's some out there.
That's
right
what
now.
I'm saying.
We get like Jared Cook or something.
Absolutely, I'm gonna call up my man Lee Smith. You know he a block. He's an old lineman that just plays tight end. So we can call him up. Yo, Lee, what up, bro? I just got two for you. Come on, get up out here. I need a block for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
All right, not a bad idea.
Can make it work.
Official Momentum, not a bad idea.
Yeah, can make it work.
Maybe the Titans will do it. He said, let's get Mason on the show. I'll talk.
I don't think. Yeah, that'd be interesting one. Blake Mason, I don't know if you're aware of how our chat has felt about you. That's not the consensus of the host. We appreciate what you've done for this team. Give us an interview. Sound good. We won't slander you.
How about this one? Trevin says, with the whole Najee, Derrick Henry backfield, says Najee got hands. Put him in the slot. Yeah, you can have him on the field at the same time.
There you go. Boom. 1-2 punch.
That'd be cool.
Can't go wrong with that.
And then Mr. B. Malarkey says, guys, it may be that I'm on Mars, but do we sign Nate Solder for cheap to help Chooks and more develop?
See?
He's 34 and we're not starting him.
That was the cat from New England. Yeah, I remember Nate, man.
So he would be the O-line whisperer, I guess we were talking about with RG3.
For me, like I said, my biggest issue is just we've paid Chooks. So that is one part of it where he's not coming off. And then with Dan Moore, I don't know, man. He gave me enough last year that make it intriguing enough for me to see him this year, if that makes sense. Like, he wasn't perfect last year. He wasn't always good last year. He had some moments last year where it was bad. But as a whole, I thought the way that he finished and his overall body of work, it was enough for me to say, you know what? Yes, this dude should get another opportunity. You want to see him in training camp. You want to see him in the preseason. I think that he's going to be fine, personally.
Yeah. See what he does in training camp and preseason before you start thinking about this stuff. That's my take. Because there are some other, like Dwayne Brown.
Yeah, he's another one. But
he wouldn't be a bad option.
We don't need to do that right now if we got a young Dan Moore who can go.
Yeah.
But it really depends on how Dan is. Like, during OTAs, he's, like I said, with the O-line, it's hard to judge them during that time frame. But if you're talking about physique-wise, he looked great. He wasn't coming in here overweight or too light or anything like that. He looked like he had a good offseason. But yeah, you want to see him in pads, but you want to see him play. So yeah, I don't want to move on him just yet, man. And we did get some color. Let me stop the show. Pause it.
That's a good question. This is Ecto.
Shout out to Ecto. We appreciate you, Ecto, from the heart.
Dropping a 40 spot. It says overall record predictions for next season. Also, which games do you think are must win?
Well,
I said 12-5. I'm sticking with that. 12-5.
You've been at 12. I've been anywhere. I'm trying to think. Because in my mind, I keep saying anywhere between.
You've been excited about some 11. Of these moves, though.
No, because my window is 8 wins to 11 wins. Like, that's their bubble. That I think if it goes bad, 8 wins. I think if it goes best case scenario, we're 11 wins. Like,
I think you said 9. So, like, are you bumping up to 10 with Lil Ogunjobi pickup?
Whatever I said the first time, that's what I'm going to roll with. If I said 9 and 8 then?
I think so. And you said playoffs, though.
You
said that gets us to 6 or 7.
They will definitely be in the playoffs. Now, are they winning the playoffs? I haven't went that far yet. I need to see more, but I do think they'll make the playoffs. But yeah, then so 9 and 8 is 9 and 8 is what I think it is. Must win games. I think they have to split at least Baltimore, Cleveland, and Cincy. Like, you got to split those somehow, some way.
Yeah, we went 4-2 in the division last year.
You got to split somehow, some way. That keeps you in the mix. The rest of them. I mean, we can highlight some of these games. You're going to need to get a one-off in Buffalo. You might need a Tampa. You're going to need one of those ones that on paper looks a little more daunting. You're going to need one of those to work in your favor, which every single season, how many times do we talk about it? And it does, right? You get one of those ones where it's like on paper, we should not have got out of that stadium, but we find a way to.
But, Patriots at home week 2.
Yeah.
Jets at home week 4. I'm just going to go through the ones outside of our division. At Buffalo. Tampa Bay at home, week 6. At Miami. At Philly. Home New Orleans. Home Cincy. I feel like that week 11 Cincy. That's at home.
That's one of the ones we need to split.
Sunday night game. I feel like we need that one. Middle of the season, get some momentum.
One of the ones we need. Prime time too. All eyes on us like Tupac. Come on, man.
I think that starts a run right there. No matter where we're at in the season. Home Cincy, win that. At Indy, Monday night. We take care of business there.
You know we own Indy.
And then Falcons.
We low-key could have a little 3 little.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then Baltimore at home, Sunday, December 11th.
But it's 1 o'clock. It ain't not. Bro, you get past Baltimore and there as well. You go to Carolina?
Yeah. Vegas, I feel like that's a must-win. The Immaculate Reception, 50th anniversary. Week 16.
I just hate the fact that
that's going to be for seeding,
right
too.
Bro. I hate that Baltimore's right after it.
At Baltimore right after. I hate that
Baltimore's right after it. There you go.
Week 18, Cleveland at home. Probably going to be a primetime game.
Who's the quarterback? That's the question, right?
Kenny P.
Nah, Cleveland.
At that point?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. What would you bet right now? I'd probably bet he is the quarterback.
That's what I think. The first one, I'm like coin flip. I think by that one he's there though.
Yeah, right. I actually think. First one, I'm leaning he's not there.
Because we played the first time was at week
3.
Was it 3 or was it 4? I thought it was 4. You might be right.
3 Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like whether he gets 6 or 4, you fall in that window, you're good.
Even 8, he can still play the last game.
Yeah. Shit, even 10, he plays in the last game. Yeah.
So I do think he's gonna miss the first one. But if I had to bet. I don't know what the odds would be either way, but I would say he's missing the first one, but he will be there for week 18.
Well, I would say we need to win week 18 because if he's not there the first time we played him, I'm worried for us.
What do you mean by that?
Because my dog Dobbs shouldn't be a quarterback, man. You better get it right, bro. You know Dobbs finna carve us up, man. My dog don't play, man.
So you got dogs beating up
bro. Come on, bro. I got my man Dobbs getting nasty out there on the field, man. Shout out to all my astronauts in the building, man. And I'm big boy researching that date for my man Dobbs if he gets to start. You better believe it. Come on, man. What? Yes, sir. You know what Dobbs is?
Dude, I might be up there. I told you Thursday night.
You know what Dobbs be on? Let my man Dobbs be start. I might pull up for my dog Dobbs.
Go up.
You know what I'm saying? Be sitting with mama and Papa Dobbs. Family? Hello? Yeah. You know? Like an honorary member.
You know how everyone in the chat saying like prayers to family, prayers all around, good vibes. There's also rumors week 1 I might be out Cincy for that game. I might need some prayers on that one.
Ooh, yes, prayers and safety. Yes,
man, that would be a gauntlet right there.
That's you. Oof.
And if I went week 3 Browns,
holy cow,
I need some prayers.
You're on a mission.
We'll see.
That's a heck of a start. That's a heck of a September.
That'd be crazy.
Yes.
Backyard brawl, too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that, getting after it. I like it.
Let's see here. All right, that was Ecto.
But shout out to my homie.
We'll go back to Mr. B. Malarkey.
Yes.
So you think he's got a chance?
It's Dobbs. He always got a chance.
Dobbs versus Brissett.
You didn't even like Brissett. Remember, you said that Brissett's not good. So if he's not good anyways, my man Dobbs, I like him in anything because it's Dobbs.
He'd really have to ball out in the preseason, I think.
Has he not
Brissett's
done that?
Obviously the safe call.
But has Dobbs not balled out in preseason before?
He's done all right.
Come on now.
Last
all season, he was killing it in the preseason.
I was gonna say that his only problem was whenever there was legitimate competition between him and Mason.
This is
true.
This is true. It was
whenever he was a little bit more of an afterthought. He's been balling out in preseason.
So
you're just like, oh wait, we forgot about
in Cleveland. In Cleveland, he ain't gonna be afterthought. He'd be the big afterthought. No one could think about him in Cleveland. He can go out there and carve him up.
Might be right.
He could be like their Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
See?
Calmonier. Oh, no. Mr. B. Malarkey says, oh, and namaste.
Oh, namaste.
And then Calmonier says, my personal thing with Mason is that I just have zero faith that he'll ever be the guy for us. I feel like we've already seen enough Landry Jones. Oh, we've already seen enough. And then he says Landry Jones better than Mason.
They're kind of similar, actually, when I think of them, man. I mean, that's why we have fun even comparing those two guys, right? But I don't think that Mason can never be the guy. I mean, it's just tough. Quarterback position is extremely hard, man. And he just happened to be playing it during the time where you've seen Ben Roethlisberger as well. So that kind of skews your perception. That skews all of our perception of what quarterback play is supposed to look like from a normal element. And Ben quarterback play is not normal. That's Hall of Fame. That's the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
18 years.
Yeah, like that's different. So I think that is why at times we are, not all of us, but like people are a little bit more harsher on Mason because of that part, man. We're used to a certain brand at that position, and we just haven't had to see that in a while. The only reason I've seen it is because I've been elsewhere. But if you've been here and you're 34 or under, like this is what you know. This is what the guy, you know what I mean? Or 20 something and under. All right, how about that? That makes it
either way.
Cool. But either way, for a long day going time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see how many we just talked about RG3.
Mm-hmm.
Came in rookie season. Everyone thinks he's the guy. This is gonna be the next face of the league.
He lit it up that rookie year.
Carson Wentz. Mm-hmm. You could go through countless guys who have good seasons or great 2 to 3 seasons. Even. You think they're gonna last forever, but it's different. It's been lasting 18 years. Aaron Rodgers, Brady, Breeze, like those guys, different Hall of Famers, first ballot Hall of Famers. I just hope, as I said, that Pittsburgh doesn't take that for granted here.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez. We better watch out for Jason's Friday the 13th revenge if we ever play him if he gets cut.
He is going to be over, bro. He'll be like, y'all done done me so dirty. Y'all even signed the guy that was a part of me getting my helmet taken off and getting beat up on national TV. Oh, I can't stand y'all. Yeah, I can see it, man. He going to be pretty amped up. I'm all for it, too, man. I'll be over here like, yeah, Mason, get him. Get him. They deserve it. I can't believe they did that to you.
Sean McCartney. Deke looking for Ben 2.0 and Mason, like they tried with Landry Jones. No, there's no Ben 2.0. There's none of that.
It could be baby Jesus because Ben is QB Jesus. It could be baby QB Jesus. There you go.
No, there's none of that. None of that. Let's just talk about finding the next franchise quarterback.
Fair enough.
That's all. And right now, Pickett's the front runner for me. Draft him in the first round. Pittsburgh connections. Got that leadership.
Let's go.
Got that moxie.
And he got 2
gloves. Knows how to win championships.
And he rocked 2 gloves that are cool. I like that. Let's go.
That's what I'm leaning. Or that's the way I'm leaning. That's what I'm hoping for. But, I mean, if Mitch plays good, I don't care. I just want someone to play good. That's really it.
That's it. I ain't even asked to play great. Just play good. Just good enough.
But I got my biasness towards Kenny. Fish momentum. Steelers, he says 14-3. They win the AFC North and the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl are we on anyway? He drops the number here. Is this 57?
Yeah, I think it's 57. Yeah.
Are we on Super Bowl? There's no way. Are we?
We got to be close because Super Bowl 50 was Vaughn.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, 57.
Yeah, Vaughn
I guess that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Time flies. Calmonier says, give me Dobbs any day over Mason, period.
I mean, they did battle it out.
Fisher Momentum says, trade Mason to Cleveland for Dobbs back.
You know, I'm all for bringing the homie back. I'm all for it. I just don't see how that works. That's all. Y'all be really going, yo, they really don't like Mason, man. This is nuts.
That's what this podcast has become today.
Yo, don't feel like Mason is that. Like, jeez. Y'all make me feel bad.
AJ Martinez, Mason to Dallas. Mason wants revenge when we play the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Ooh. Laugh my ass off. No, I'm not high, just tired. Summer school, 16 weeks crammed into 8.
Oh, no, that sounds like a tough situation. I'm familiar with the summer school element of it, especially when you start talking about them higher up classes. Yes, a lot of information in a small amount of time. But you did it, though, because you a beast. You a boss. Pat yourself on the back. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you be like, yeah, I did that. Salute you.
Fish Momentum says, Josh Dobbs' football smarts can help Pickett.
Bring up a good point. Familiar with the city, too. He's been here for 4 years now.
Yeah. Elijah says, I'm going to be at the Jags preseason game. Will you?
Uh-oh. That's one I thought you might be going. You might pull up to that, right?
Jags preseason? Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's up to you.
That's preseason,
that one's
man.
on you.
Yeah, it's preseason. TBD. We'll leave it at that. You know, we don't close any doors. We're just TBD.
Yeah. You got vacation coming up. Thank you.
Yeah, I got vacation, man. In fact, what time is it? I ain't working too long today. Now it's vacation coming up, man.
5:46.
All right, let me see what time we got in here today.
We got what? 2 more?
I think we do, actually. Let's get one. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, top 10 edge rushers.
Okay.
That's the topic I can get behind right there. All right. Whew, I was nervous for a second. I thought I did not have my list on my computer. I was like, yo, where did I put my list at?
I got my list.
I'm good to go now, ladies and gents. I have my top 10 edge rushers. And you know, this is a topic that I absolutely love to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I love edge rushers. I love pass rushers. And the reason why I said edge rushers is because I didn't want it to just be outside linebackers or just DNs. I wanted it to be both of these guys. Because I think you need to have your TJ Watts and your Myles Garrett's included. Same list. So we can talk about the hierarchy of the pass rush kings, in the NFL. But with that being said, man, have at it. Now, we just going to list them.
How we doing?
10-1.
Okay.
List yours 10-1. I'll list mine 10-1. And then after that, man, we can kind of pick it apart. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Because I'm sure we'll have plenty of names that we're going to be discussing anyways.
Sure. So, okay.
Don't tell me you got one of these. Yo, I got them, but I don't got them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this one, but it could be not this one, but it might be this guy right here. That's what we want today? I hope so, because I like when you do that.
Yeah, there's a guy or two. No, there's one guy that probably shouldn't be on my list.
There's a guy,
but he's too good.
Oh, he's too good.
I can't have him not on my top 10 list.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
And then there's another guy I feel like is there. He's just banged up a little bit too much, and I think he's going to be in the top 5 or 6 of this list.
I think
if he stays healthy this whole season.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think we are.
Do you want me just to say it first?
Yeah. So you go ahead, do your yeah, I think we got some similarities though.
Okay.
Or you got any honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Drop your honorable mentions then.
Only one I considered for the top 10. Daniil Hunter.
Yeah.
Dude, he's legit.
He's clean.
He's legit, dude. The only problem is he's got to stay on the field.
Bro.
And there was, whenever I was looking at his Pro Football Reference, there was a gap between his 2021 and 2019. I can't remember if that was injury or if he sat out for COVID. I have no clue, but he's a little bit more removed from those back-to-back 14 and a half plus seasons. But it was also him, sack seasons.
And it was also Everson Griffin during that time as well, man, going through some stuff, and that kind of changed their 1-2 punch tandem and stuff going on up there.
Yeah, there's that. But, dude, if you just look at him, like, he is highly athletic, extremely talented. So if he could just stay on the field, like, even last year, though, I mean, he put up good numbers for when he was out there. So I would just like to see what he does this season coming up. 16 games, 17 games, because I think he's got potential out the wazoo, just like any of these other names that I got up here. He was the only other guy I consider, because he's still young too. It's not like he's past his prime or anything, in my opinion. All right, so 10, I got Khalil Mack.
Time out, bro. You ain't got how you got Khalil Mack at 10? Where Alex Highsmith at, bro? He ain't on your list?
He's not there yet.
I was just checking. I ain't know.
He's not in my honorable mentions.
You know, I had to check early before we got down this list, just because you know how sometimes you get, man. Sometimes you be like, yo, let me get Alex Highsmith.
You think I got
top 5?
You think I got Highsmith at 7?
I thought he was top 5. I was nervous for a second. I just need to ask. I
don't. He's not even in my honorable mentions.
I just had to ask. You made me nervous, but now we're good. We're good. Continue. We're good.
Well, I probably have. You can even see on my sheet right here. I probably got a list of like 6 or 7 other names that I would have over Highsmith. I mean,
I was just checking.
Highsmith's probably borderline top 25.
Okay, I was just checking. That's why I was making sure we was on the same page. We're good.
Top
we're good.
20, top 25 is probably his range.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be projecting coming into this season.
Yes.
All right, 10, Khalil Mack. 9, Cameron Jordan. 8, Chase Young. 7, Trey Hendrickson. 6, Von Miller. 5, Max Crosby. 4, Joey Bosa. 3, Nick Bosa.
Okay.
2, Myles Garrett.
Okay.
1, Highsmith.
Okay. Not
TJ
a chance.
1, TJ Watt.
I like that, though. I like that. All right.
A pretty damn good list.
I think that's a solid, amazing list. Actually, read them off one more time, man. 10 through, that was clean right there.
Khalil Mack at 10.
Yeah, I like
9,
that.
Cameron Jordan. 8, Chase Young.
Yeah.
7, Trey Hendrickson. 6, Von Miller. 5, Max Crosby. 4, Joey Bosa. 3, Nick Bosa. 2, Myles Garrett. 1, TJ Watt.
All right. I like it. So for me, man, I love this because it's so many names. So when you're talking DNs, 3 for outside linebackers, man, it's just a plethora of guys that are getting it done on the edge, man, and in a variety of ways, man. But some of the honorable mentions that I had, Trey Hendrickson over in
He didn't make it.
No, he did not. He's honorable mention, bro. He's nasty. You know, I like him, and he has the numbers and the consistency. I like him a lot. He didn't make it. Couple other honorable mentions that I have. Joey Bosa.
Whoa, come on, dude.
I got Matt Judon on that list.
He was in
I got Rashawn Gary on that list.
Dude, Joey Bosa.
Okay. All right. So
I need to hear why. Wait.
All right, so I got you. I'm gonna see you my list.
Joey Bosa.
So
I need to hear
at
this.
number 10, I got Khalil Mack.
Okay.
At number 9,
nice.
I got Cameron Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Number 8, Von Miller.
Okay.
At number 7, Chase Young. At number 6, I have Robert Quinn. At number 5, Chandler Jones. Number 4, I got Micah Parsons.
Ah, come on.
You sleep.
No, I mean I would have put him on there, dude. I'd put him at like
so where
3
would you
or
put
4.
Him? So why don't you put him up there then? What is
I don't have him as an edge rusher. I view him more as just like he do it all. He does whatever the hell. Isn't his technical position inside linebacker?
They played him the whole half of the season at outside.
I mean, if we're including Michael Parsons,
that's what. Okay.
He's like 3 on my list. Probably.
So that's why
he might be after Nick Bosa.
I got
4.
So for me, I got Micah at 4, and then I got Nick Bosa at 3, then I got Myles Garrett at 2, TJ Watt at 1.
Yeah.
The one who bumped off my man Bosa is Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn went 18.5 sacks last year, bro. I can't kick him off my list with 18.5 of them filthy things. That was just behind TJ Watt.
I know.
And then he still went and had like 30-something QB hits on top of that. Like, my man was cooking. It's just he's not a fan favorite. He's not a name that's as sexy, and I get that. But I'm like, bro, he's been doing this for
really good,
and he's done this at multiple stops. When you talking in St. Louis, when it was the Rams, it was St. Louis Rams. He was out there, done it in Dallas. He's been a couple of places now where he just gets off. It's not glamorous, it's not pretty, but that's one of them for me, man. And you know I'm a Chandler Jones guy.
I knew
you know
I
was a Chandler Jones guy. He was on my list.
Dude, you know my knock against him though.
Yeah.
I mean, the 5 sacks last year all came in the first game,
It did.
and then it wasn't the same after that.
And I'm with you on that, but look at his track record. That's the first time in a while.
It'll be interesting now with the Raiders.
We haven't seen that. Yeah, that was the one off. That's the outlier season. Other than that, you look at what his numbers are. Yeah,
and he was hurt the year before. That was it. But you're right. He's pretty much consistently 10+ sacks every year.
And for me, when I thought of do I put him up there or not because of the injury history of recent, I said, well, what's the difference when I think of Khalil Mack? I'm like, Khalil Mack balled out, but he still has been kind of banged up these last 2 years. Now, I think he had, 8 sacks last year, but he still
6
had
or
an
7.
impact. You know what I mean? But he still was missing time. So I'm like, man, if I'm taking him, and I took your approach, I said, man, you know what? No. We're talking, they're healthy. I'm going to get their best. I'm going to get this version every time. It's like, yo, man, I got to go with this dude right here, man, what he's been playing. So that's why my list is like that. But, it hurt me to not have Trey Hendrickson up there, bro. And then I said, if I put Trey up there and I don't have Cameron Jordan up there, I can't do that.
Cameron Jordan's the most annoying one on my list because
he is.
Are we really viewing him as an edge rusher?
He's like
because he does rush off the edge, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where he's on the inside and there's someone else that's further on the edge.
But that was why the whole
he's good. He's not flashy at all.
But that's why when him and Cameron Hayward, when people would try to compare them, and it was just like, yo, they're not the same like what you're asking them to do, because we're not bumping Cam out there to rush as a DN. Like they do that with Cam Jordan. That's why his sack numbers have always been better. But for me,
I feel like Cam Jordan would be nice for us as like the two at defensive end.
You know who Cam Jordan is to me, bro? He is the defensive version of Dalvin Cook to me. Heck of a player. Yes, he's been dominant.
I was watching him today,
I get it, but I'm just like,
same way.
I'm just like, nah. It just doesn't do it to me, bro. Like, I don't know why, but
then you look at what he's done throughout his career. He's a Hall of Famer.
Dude, I mean, what? It's seriously,
he's
bro.
a Hall of Famer, especially over these last 5 or 6 years.
Dude.
He's been like Cam Hayward in that he's aging like fine wine.
Yes, dude.
Double-digit sacks, I think, in like 4 or 5 of the last 6 seasons.
But like you said, not flashy. He doesn't pass the eyeball test. Like, he's not going to look like a Miles
He knows
Garrett.
how to play football.
No. Oh, 100%.
That's the best way to put it, I think.
Like, just a gamer, like, polished, fundamental, smart. You see how he's like, kind of like, even like a Michael Bennett, how he used to be in Seattle, where you would see him back doing certain things and doing stuff along that D line. You're like, bro, why does this guy make these plays? But it's like, yo, he's smart and athletic, and he's willing to take them chances. But yeah, Cam Jordan's just the one for me, bro. Like, super productive, but I don't like his game. I don't know why.
You got to be saying the same thing about Bosa then too. You don't like his game? Come on, dude. No Bosa.
He's an honorable mention,
dude.
He's honorable. I got the good one.
I think the big knock for him is...
I got the good one. I got the good one.
I know Nick Bosa is better than
I got
Joey.
the good
There's
one
no
on my
doubt.
list. Yeah, I'm supposed to include his brother.
Dude, but he's damn good in and of
He
his own
is.
right.
But who are you taking off the list then? That's the real question. Are you
Off
taking
your list?
TJ Watt off?
Wait, off your list?
Off my list.
I wouldn't have Michael Parsons. That's one.
Okay, but we already said, so if he's viewed as an outside linebacker, because he did literally last year, that's the conversation with him, halfway inside linebacker, halfway outside linebacker, however you want to choose it. How do I take a guy that double-digit sacks what he did? Bro, the QB hits, how much they were rushing him on the back end, bro? How do I not include him as a rusher?
Well, I'm taking Chandler off your list then.
Okay.
To put Bosa on.
I'm fine with Nick. The Quinn We're talking Joey.
I'm fine with the Quinn one because of the 18.5 sacks last year. Okay. I think the thing with them is just you need more consistency.
Yes, I would agree with that.
That's all. Like, is he replicating that this year? There's no way, in my opinion.
But Robert's done high double digits before. He's done this multiple times.
Yeah, he has. But there's space. There's big.
Correct.
Space
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah, like he was somewhere. Oh man, that's what I'm saying. If you're leaning a little bit more based off what they did last year, or if that's more of in consideration, if that's more Chase weighted,
Young?
I'm fine with Robert.
What about Chase?
I got him on my list. I think you keep him on, no matter. I mean, he was not productive at all last year, but
so
I think, like, honestly.
So is Michael Parsons the only one that you would make that case for? But if we're classifying him as an outside linebacker, we're not going to take him off. So, or you said Chandler Jones?
Chandler Jones. Yeah, I put Bosa on then.
Okay, Von Miller.
He's on my list. He's higher on my list.
So that's what I'm asking. So when we're talking about my list here, I'm like, who am I taking off? And the only person you said was Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only part where I don't agree with you on that. But you know how I feel about Chandler. Because you look at what he's done. Yeah. The career speaks for itself, man. Recency speaks for, like, we know, like I said, last year and coming off of the injury. That's the part we're going to have to find out what that looks like going forward. New team, etc. But, yeah, I can't take him off. Cam Jordan, I'm not taking him off of that.
No, I can't take
Khalil
Cam
Mack?
Jordan off.
No, I can't do that.
Nope.
So
Khalil, there's a case you could take off.
Okay.
Definitely. Because I think we both have him at 10.
Yeah. So, literally, he's my 10, and then I have Trey Hendrickson / Joey Bosa as, like, that next guy because I'm like, man, both of these dudes would be the next one in my list. I just don't know which one.
I have Bosa all the way up at 4, though.
I know. I get it, man.
My big thing was actually between Bosa and Crosby for my 4. Because I think Crosby
is nice, too.
Crosby I think, was nice as well. Better than Bosa last year. But I think Bosa, ever since his rookie year, every time he's on the field, he balls out.
Yes.
So I just need to see Crosby do it again. Because I think he's way more vicious.
Just jumped on the scene. How that, last year was just freaky. I need to see it again.
I think he's going to do it again, so he could definitely go up on this list. But
see, this is my only issue, right? So it's weird. I feel very confident that Michael Parsons can go back and do exactly what he did last year and be better, do more.
Yeah.
With Max, I'm like, yo, did you kind of just like surprise everybody?
I think there was more stats left on the table, though, because there were times where he was right by the quarterback and they would like throw it away.
I can see that.
He was awesome in the run game. Seems like his motor is unbelievable. Yeah, because I think his motor's so good.
Yeah.
I think his stats might be better next year, but will he have as much impact? I don't know.
Because, see, to me, I think he went crazy. Parsons, man, is ready to just be like a megastar, bro.
I know. I mean, listen.
He's going to be a megastar, bro.
He's probably, if you're doing the inside linebacker list, is he on that list too for you? Where's he at? He's probably like in the top 3.
Yeah, I was going to put him on both because I view him as both, because that's literally how Dallas used him. It kind of reminded me of, not to the same extent, but think about when Khalil Mack made first team All-Pro as a DN and as a linebacker. It was like, yo, how you be first team at both spots? But with Mike, it could be a similar thing of like, yo, he could be an inside linebacker and you're viewing him as a Pro Bowl or All-Pro. He can be an outside linebacker and you're viewing him as a Pro Bowl or All-Pro. It just depends on whichever one you want to classify him as. His stats at both positions are filthy, bro.
I know. Yeah, so if we're including him, I mean, Khalil Mack's unfortunately off my list then. He's getting bumped.
Wow. All right.
He's getting bumped. Because I had Khalil Mack at 10. Because I'd put Micah Parsons at 4. I'd have the same list as you.
For sure.
In terms of the top 4. Watt, Garrett, Bosa. Yeah.
So the only names that are different on my list versus your list is Robert Quinn.
Oh, wait, you don't have Crosby either.
I didn't. No, I did not. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So those would be the difference, though. So those are the 2, though.
Hold on. Quinn.
Yeah, because you don't have Quinn and you don't have Parsons. Those 3. So
Quinn and
4,
Jones.
5, 6 for me, yeah.
It'd be Quinn and Jones.
Fair enough.
And I wouldn't have Mack on anymore because he'd have to be bumped down if I'm including Parsons.
Okay.
I have Hendrickson. You don't have him.
Yeah. He's my honorable, though. He's in the conversation.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because there's a bunch
a ton of these dudes, and when you're talking 3-4-4-3, put them all together, it's some names that are going to be left off, but that's what makes the top 10.
Like here's some other names that didn't even get mentioned really by us. Harold Landry.
Hassan Riddick. They're on my honorable mention right here. Yeah.
Shaquille Barrett.
Mm-hmm. He was on my list. I took him off.
You already said Matthew Judon, but he had 12.5 sacks last year.
Dude, it's a ton of these names. It's a ton of these dudes out here, man. And even some of the guys that maybe don't have the crazy sack numbers because, like you said, some of these guys leave some sacks on the table. You look at the QB hits. You look at the pressure, and it's like, yo, this dude is winning a ton. Yeah.
Is there anything? Well, actually, I want to bring up Von Miller.
Oh, yeah, go for it, man. Because he had a sneaky season last year, too, man, where he still ended up with double digits, bro.
Yeah,
he had 10.
Almost 10 sacks.
I think he did get 10, like right on the button, bro.
Whenever you combine the two. And then you also consider what he did in the playoffs.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's why, I mean,
he definitely showed that he still can cook.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, or if you're making a trade, and this is where I was just conflicted with it, I have Von Miller above Chase Young.
Okay.
I think going forward, any franchise would take Chase Young over Von Miller.
Even though Von is on record saying he's going to try to play this whole 6-year deal in Buffalo.
Yeah, who knows? Mm-hmm. He looked good last year. He was fine. And he had a resurgence. I thought he was definitely washed after the last 2 or 3 years.
He's 33.
But even with that being said about the whole Chase Young versus Von Miller thing of like, yeah, franchises are still taking Young. You got to give credit to what Von Miller did last year. Like Chase Young, I mean, he probably shouldn't even be on this list, but he's just that good.
Yeah.
He's like Barkley for me on my running backs list. Kind of.
Yeah. To me, I think of like Chase Young as like, yo, no matter what his stats are, I look at him as like a Myles Garrett. I look at him in the even a Jadeveon Clowney, like how people always view him as like, yo, even though it hasn't always materialized just yet, it can't hurt.
And it's not like he's 2 or 3 years removed from his rookie season. He's only 1 year removed.
Yeah.
It'd be different if he puts up another dud like last year for this upcoming season. Then you could bump him off the list. Yeah. But, no, going forward, or at least for this season, I still got to have Chase Young in my top 10.
Yeah. I like it.
Good list.
Solid, man. Solid across the board, baby. I like that.
Fun doing it.
I like that. Oh,
yeah, I think the top 3, though, no debate, right? TJ, Miles, and Bosa.
Yeah.
Everyone should just have that.
That's how I have
mine. If you don't, I'm questioning you, like how we were talking about the head coaches.
Those got to be the 3. Definitively, like,
has to be.
They're in their class, man. Yes.
I mean, low-key, you could maybe even put Bosa over Garrett.
Yeah. It's just Garrett. He just looks so imposing. He's who Mario Williams was supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like when Mario Williams got drafted, like that's who he was supposed to be. Like the menace, this just super productive. You don't have no answer for this guy. But to me, I don't think Mario had the same work ethic like a Myles Garrett does. And I think that's the difference between those two dudes, man.
All right, what's next? Are we doing one more? Are we doing a final topic, or are we doing chats?
Man, let's chat it up. Chat him up. Yeah, we ain't gotta hit that loud one. We could. We could table that.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Give him something to think on, something to chew on when we get back.
Works for me. We got a big time topic for next podcast.
You better believe
Just throw it out there for
You
the
better
chat.
believe it. Come on now, because we got plenty. We're going to be beating our chest about what we're talking about. But yeah, we'll tell you what that, man.
Fisher Momentum says, Art Rooney Sr. story or Le'Veon Bell story? Which one do you want?
I'm an L Bell guy, personally.
Okay.
I just feel like
it could be good timing.
Feels me more janky, you know?
Yeah, it could be good timing with his boxing match coming up.
Ooh, you are right. Bro, I'm watching this fight. I don't care what y'all say. I'm tuning in.
When is it?
The 30th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got some time.
Mm-hmm. I got it on my calendar, though. I ain't going to let you forget. Might have to host a party or something.
Yeah, I'll show up.
Pull up. Get the white claws. I'll bring the greenery. We'll be all right.
Works for me. Fish Momentum says, my knees are getting better. Don't call to come back. Good.
It is.
That's what we'd like to hear.
Excuse me. Absolutely, man. We need that, man. We need that. Get well. Faster.
Sean McCartney says, the only player I hate more than Mason is Terrell Edmonds. Love the Moats show.
No.
Come on.
Edmonds, come on, bro. Edmonds has been flying under the radar this whole all season. He's been chill. He's been quiet. Y'all, don't bring the Edmonds slander back up, man. You know, we're Edmonds guys over here. Edmonds guys, come on.
Fish Momentum says, Deke and Moats, January 29th or August 30th, we got ambition. So, I mean, that July 29th, 30th weekend, that could be a whole party, whole festivity.
Mm-hmm.
July 29th, go see Ambition.
Boom.
Then we got the Lev Bell, Adrian Peterson fight.
Boom. All we need is some Welch's grape and apple cider, man.
Exactly.
It'll be a party.
And you know, Fish Momentum will be bringing that.
Definitely going to have that. You know that.
Jackie Treehorn 87 says, visited our favorite plant diet store in Washington today.
Oh, hey
Mads.
now, plant-based.
Didn't see you this time.
Oh, yeah.
But this salad smack.
Yeah, man. I did go and get some of my plant food as well. You know, we got to have our plant-based, for all us plant-based guys out here. I had to go up north, though. Yes. I wish I could have went to Washington. It was a lot closer. I had to go all the way up to Zillionople. Yes, it was a nice little commute. But it was very stimulating, man. It was nice greenery as you take that drive up there, man. So shout out to all my plant diet people out there. Yes, indeed.
Fish Momentum says, trade Mason for Chase Young. Yeah, I'll do that.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I just don't think Washington is going to do that. That's the only issue, man.
Google East. Max definitely a hard worker and very gritty.
No, facts. And very skilled. We're not going to minimize that part of it either,
He's got some
man.
good moves.
Yeah, because some people, they'll hit you with he's a hard worker, great motor, you know, locker room guy, tough, hard as nuts. Like, no. Max can rush. Max got skills. He got mad moves. Like, I like his game, man. I like it a lot. It just kind of surprised me last year. That's all, man. It was a surprise.
Jacob Alessio says, hit 103. Is that temperature?
I think so. Today
hit 103 degrees today at work. Y'all be safe out here.
Yeah, that's super hot, man. Make sure you're hydrating out there, man. Holy cow. Stay cool. Air conditioned. Sunscreen. Was it SP40 or SPF something?
It goes to 50, I think.
Yeah. Get you some 50. Of that, man. Because wife always got all that suntan. I ain't never heard it. Suntan, look, I spray my stuff. Sunscreen, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to confuse it with suntan lotion.
Right.
I guess it's different.
That'd be worse.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yeah.
Fish Momentum. Next show, Bell Story. Ding, ding, ding.
Ring the bell.
Also says, y'all pull up 29th. He'll bring the Welch's, the cider, and the White Claw.
He's bringing the White Claw too now. I like it.
Yeah. And then Jake Malesia says, tell Fish Momentum I'm coming for that number one in the chat.
Yo, hey, man.
Uh-oh.
I like
we got a rivalry.
Oh, we know it. Because we've seen this throne kind of like people have vied for it and made their case, like Black and Martyr. He's made a case for it. We talk about official momentum. He's made a case. Jacob's made a case.
AJ Martinez.
Michael Patrick McCracken has made a case for, like, we've had multiple people come through and they're like, yo, Rod Dallas, like, I'm going to get you. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see. But yeah, right now, official momentum, he's been holding it down, though. But AJ Martinez, AJ Martinez has been over here lately. Like, listen, it's a new guy on the block. You know?
Yeah.
I've been watching this series on Netflix called Dope. They talk about how they be taking over different dope blocks, the drug game and all that stuff. Hey, man, sometimes
you're seeing it happen right before your eyes.
I just feel like I'm witnessing. He's like, yo, you know what, man? I think we could just move in, set up shop, and just, strong arm. Like, that's what I'm feeling is happening in terms of how AJ Martinez has been moving in here. I like that, though.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
That's it on the chat.
All right. Well, shoot then, baby. If that is it, if that is all.
Well, real quick before we bounce, official momentum says bet. He says he'll drink a claw with y'all.
Oh. He said he doesn't drink that.
I know.
I don't. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
I don't want him going down a bad path here. I'm trying to stop drinking after this weekend.
You are? Why you want to do that?
I'm telling you, dude, it was just bad. I feel like I wasted a good solid 2 days of my life because of how hungover I was. That's just not good. I just don't like that.
I'm playing catch up still, man. If I would have drank more in college, I wouldn't be like this. But because I didn't drink a lot in college and then playing professional, I didn't drink. It's like I gotta catch up. So I'm still like, I still get excited when I'm like, oh, what do I want to drink? I don't know. You got a cocktail list, bro. I get confused sometimes. They be like, how you want this drink? You want it dry? You want it neat or messy? I'm like, bro, I don't know. The good way. I'm learning. So it's still like foreign territory for me, man.
Yeah. Jacob Malessia says, shout out to the lower room.
I think he was singing that too, bro.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's not how it goes.
That's well, man. What did you say?
That's not how it goes.
You sure? You don't want to just... Here it goes.
I'm the one that's making the lower room song.
So that's not how it goes. All right.
I've been in the process of making it for about, 2 years now?
About
2 years. I'll get to it.
It's been a little minute, man.
We're getting there.
Been a little minute, man. Yeah, but anywho, shout out to everybody that's been rolling with us, though, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Like I said, another update, man. We will be taking a little bit of a break because I'm going on vacation. So, no show the rest of this week. No show until probably the end of next week. Friday is what we're looking like. But either way, we will let you guys know some more communication stuff like that. But stay safe out here, man. Enjoy your life. Live your best life. And until next time, baby.
Peace.